Good evening and welcome to broadcast here on KM Activities, your home for the KoMets, as we welcome you to KM Telecom Stadium. The Kasson KoMets get their first chance at high school football. It is week number 2. KoMets didn't get week number 1, and now they're hosting the Faribault Falcons, who are 1-0. I'm Joel McCall. We're going to be joined with Ben Fearson when he gets done selling tickets, and then Todd Halverson is our cameraman for tonight. KoMets with head coach Joel Swanson on the other side, Ned Lewis for the Faribault Falcons. They come in 1-0 after a double overtime win over Northfield last week. Quite the exciting ball game that the Faribault Falcons had, whereas the Kasson KoMets had to watch the ball game online. They streamed it, and they were able to watch the Faribault Falcons. Falcons, I think, had a couple of injuries out of that. I know that Ben's really going to want to talk about that. We do have Coach Swanson with us, so we're definitely going to get to that interview right away. We have about 8 minutes and 30 seconds before kickoff of the 2020 season for the Kasson KoMets. We need to thank our great sponsors, and then we'll get to Coach Swanson right away, and we'll get you set. We're going to get you squared away, as they say, for the Kasson KoMets and the Faribault Falcons here on KM Activities.
This sports broadcast on KM Activities YouTube channel is sponsored in part by McKern Financial Group, a full-service accounting firm serving clients throughout the Kasson-Mantorville area and beyond. Chris and company provide professional, personalized services and guidance in a wide range of financial and business needs. KM Telecom football season has arrived, and if you don't want to miss any of the action, sign up for KM TV. KM Telecom has a multitude of cable packages to ensure your living room is a mecca for entertainment. Find out more at kmtel.com and by Kasson Dental, Bigelow Homes, and the Kasson-Mantorville School District.
We're back on our warm-up show and getting set for high school football. Football Friday night at KM Telecom Stadium. We have Joel Swanson with us now, head coach for the Kasson KoMets. Coach, first of all, thank you very much for a little bit of your time prior to the game.
Sure thing.
Well, the KoMets come in 0-0 because you haven't had a game yet. Faribault enters at 1-0. You and I spoke on Monday about, hey, we got a couple of practices. How things go for the week for the KoMets just preparing for Faribault?
Well, we were very busy, got a lot to get in a short time. Kids seemed to respond pretty well to things, but tried to make use of every minute we could, so we'll see.
Yeah, I could actually understand that. I mean, and the weather hasn't been that great for you for the last couple of days either, so it couldn't even have been perfect practices as what you wanted. Entering tonight with Faribault, you and I spoke about, hey, we got to at least watch parts, if not all, of the game against Northfield. What did you notice about Faribault? Let's start on their defensive side.
Very aggressive. Guys really come up. Hard to move the guys inside. They seem to do their job. So they had really all Northfield could do was throw on them, except when they had an unbalanced formation in one overtime, but then they adjusted to it and shut them down. So their guys kind of shut it down inside. Their linebackers did a nice job of shooting gaps, and I thought they played well all around.
You know, such an even game between the two of them as well. 247 total yards on both sides. Northfield had that many, and Faribault. But we'll talk about one crucial stat that favored the Faribault Falcons in just a second. How about their offense? Because their offense, they really tried to get a balance. I mean, they had a little over 100 yards passing, hit some big plays. They also grounded out, I think, a little over 150 yards, right around there.
Most of their success was on double move things, where the guy would run a 5-yard route and then take off and go some play action things. The running plays were usually read type plays, where either the quarterback yanks it and pulls it to the outside or up the middle and has a guard pulling for him. So a lot of things to get ready for. With the short amount of time, you can't overthink it. You got to keep it as simple as possible and stuff. So hopefully that'll work to our advantage. They didn't have any turnovers. They had some snaps over their quarterback's head, but they recovered from it and stuff. But otherwise, it was a pretty impressive first outing for them.
Yeah, for sure. One, your defensive end will have to be very disciplined on those QB reads. That'll be a crucial aspect for tonight. You mentioned the one stat I was going to say that went to the Faribault Falcons. They got 2 interceptions. I did see that they had a fumble lost. I don't know where that was in the game, but they did have 2 interceptions, so they won the turnover battle. I know that's going to be a big key for the KoMets tonight.
Yeah. Just getting through the whole nerves thing and getting a start on the season, and then the turnover battle, and just you got to hang in there as kids. It's not going to work perfect. I mean, like you say, we've only had 3 full practices and things and stuff, and so the kids got to hang in there, and they can't try and overcome something to make up for somebody else. You got to trust one another, and that'll be the biggest thing that I'm curious to find out from our kids tonight.
Well, the one aspect that I wrote down for my key for tonight was actually between your first 2 drives. I think out of the first 2 drives, it would probably be a big sigh of relief if you got some points. So I was thinking about that. How about you, Coach? Keys for tonight's game for the Kasson KoMets to beat Faribault?
Well, like I already said, you got to play together as a team. You can't try and overdo it and stuff. You got some young guys, it's their first time out there and stuff. You got to have the older experienced guys help out the young guys, and just keep the nerves down. If you do get behind, you got to learn from it. Like if we give up something on defense, we got to learn from it and adjust. That's all we've been doing for the past 6 months anyhow. Adjust and adapt. And we'll see how it goes.
All right, sounds good. Well, thank you very much, Coach Joel Swanson, for the Kasson KoMets. We'll come right back and get you started with Faribault Falcons and the KM KoMets. Friday Night Lights returns on KM Activities here at KM Telecom Stadium.
This sports broadcast on KM Activities YouTube channel is sponsored in part by Bigelow Homes, delivering customers homes with innovative and affordable design built around the way you live and personalized to your specific needs. If you're wanting the home of your dreams, start by visiting bigelowhomes.net. Kasson Dental, where their goal is to respectfully serve their patients by providing the highest quality dental care in a friendly, comfortable atmosphere. The staff at Kasson Dental is ready to meet your dental needs. You can make an appointment on their website, kassondental.com. The Kasson Mantorville School District, KoMet fans, parents, and students should all be getting their information from the Kasson Mantorville High School Twitter page. Follow KM KoMets HS. We thank our other great sponsors as well, McKern Financial and KM Telecom.
Welcome back here at KM Telecom Stadium. I'm Joel McCall, alongside me, Ben Fearson. Thank you again to Coach Swanson for joining us for his pregame interview. I had to come down about 3 hours early just to get that in with him, but it was worth it since I got 4 minutes with him, Ben.
Wow, that's impressive.
I know, right? I was happy. If you missed our interview with Coach Swanson from Monday, technology is great. Google Meet from a camera to a smart board and a microphone next to the smart board so you could hear Coach. So
works slick.
It ended up working out great. So I appreciate Coach Swanson for helping us out. And let's talk about these 2 teams, the Faribault Falcons and the Kasson KoMets. I wrote down a couple of things, Ben. I know you wrote down a couple of things. When I opened the broadcast, I talked a little bit about Faribault, double overtime win, very exciting game where they ended up beating the Northfield Raiders, and really a back-and-forth game. I get a lot of credit to that coaching staff on the other side because Faribault was a 2-8 team last year, really struggled, and then they come out this year, they get a double overtime win, and they were down twice in that game and able to overcome and get the victory.
And not only that, just history was not on their side. They had not beaten Northfield since 1988. That's an awful lot of history, and it's been a while since Faribault has been a competitive team on a night-to-night, Friday to Friday basis, and certainly it appears that they're headed that way with a very good win to start the season.
Yeah, and they ended up with 247 yards of total offense. Guess how many Northfield had? 247. It was a very, very even game. The yards per play was a .1 difference. I mean, that's how close of a game that was. And they found some success through the air, which I'm wondering about with the secondary with the KoMets tonight. I think that could be a really big key for this matchup is, can Faribault continue that with their passing attack.
Well, it's not a traditional Faribault team. You know, this has traditionally been a running team. You know, they used to run that double wing all the time and a lot of stuff, a lot of misdirection and everything between the tackles. Lucky if they threw it 3-4 times a game. All of a sudden, I wouldn't call it a true spread because a lot of times they're double tight and they do have a wing there, but it's out of the shotgun. So it's an interesting formation, but it looks like they're finding out what works. And hey, you got to give their defense credit for last week because if you look, I think they had 27 carries for 27 yards. Northfield did. So it's clearly they're doing something. And if you look, the front three for them, they're very big kids and they play well. They play on both sides of the ball, and I think that those three guys are they're going to be something to reckon with tonight.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. We're going to talk about more of that defensive line. I'm waiting to see if they were going to do the national anthem. For the KoMets, finally getting back on the turf almost a year ago now since their last game. And coming out, we also know that it's going to look a little bit different. They're going to run a little bit different. You're going to see a pistol formation at times. And Matt Donovan takes over as the quarterback.
Yeah, it's definitely a new year. There's going to be some familiar faces playing different positions this year. You know, we're going to see some kids, and honestly, the biggest thing I'm going to be watching tonight is the gas tank because you got some kids who are key on defense are going to be playing a lot of offense this year. Jackson Kennedy, one of them. So
yeah,
it'll be very interesting. So we're going to get to the national anthem here.
Yes, they are. National anthem over, and the Kasson KoMets are going to run onto the turf. Well, you mentioned it, Ben. I think one of the things about the KoMets this year is you don't have a Cade Sprider that, boy, we need 3 yards. We got to hand it off to him. Instead, I think you're going to see more of a running back through committee. You're going to see Kennedy. You're going to see Buchanan. Vaughn's going to get some touches on the outside. Arsvold's going to come over from the wing back. I think this is going to be really tough to defend because you don't know exactly where that ball's going to go when the switch comes.
And every kid you mentioned is a very capable runner. You know, I'm very excited to see Buchanan in a more expanded role this year. Certainly has the speed to get it done. You know, and like you said, you got Logan Vaughn's going to touch the ball. Jackson Kennedy's going to touch the ball. I don't know what they're going to do with Mo Tucker. You know, who knows what he's going to do.
Right.
I mean, I'm frightened to see that kid at linebacker to begin with because that's not a small linebacker. Because you look at him and you think lineman, you know, but he's got the speed to play on the outside like that. So, hey, let's watch it. I'm excited. You know, like I said, it's going to be a very different look, but every kid you mentioned is a very capable athlete. So I think we're going to be in good shape, and we know the line can compete.
The one issue is those handoffs. You can't be making mistakes. We'll see if they can knock that rust off. Saw it a little bit last year, but I think as the season progressed, it was much better. 5 games this year. Can't be making those mistakes early. And I want to get to one quick thing. KoMets won the toss. They deferred, so we're actually going to see Faribault's offense first, which means I need to talk about Kasson defense. And one thing that I wrote down was they relied so heavily on that defense. You got Kennedy, Bigelow, Arsvold, Lewers, Bradford, all those guys on the interior. I think it's a very experienced defense, and if the KoMets offense struggles, the defense can help them out a little bit.
Absolutely, and it was the strength of their team last year, and it's going to be the strength of their team this year, and that's, you know, that's why you feel like you can compete with any team because you know that defense is going to show up every Friday night. So, I feel like they're in good hands. They're going to get a challenge, though. I think this is going to be a team that can throw the football. Now, you and I are going to be watching right away for Faribault who comes out on that field because there's a couple kids that got – one was not dressed last week, and he was really their best player last year. and then another Taylor Hall got hurt last week, and I think that's another kid we're going to watch to see if he is dressed tonight.
So Isaac Mata Nesberg also back to return. Well, we know about Mr.
Taylor
Winkle.
Day, excuse me.
Okay,
Hall,
yes,
Taylor
yes, Day. Day is the
Alex
other one.
Gardner's the other one that, like I said, he was in street clothes last week, so I don't know if he's.
Got to watch little Mata on that far end, though. He's small, scat back type runner, and we'll see where Mr. Winkle can put this ball. We know where he's capable of putting it. Aaron Winkle has it on the tee at the 40-yard line. Faribault's going to run right to left. KoMets will move left to right once they have the offensive unit out there. And away we go. It's actually going to come to Nesberg on the near side at the 10-yard line. He moves up towards the far side, got a couple of blocks, tries to go in the middle, and is wrapped up right at the 20-yard line. He might be a little short. KoMets all fired up. And
nice
that's
stick by Kyler Kuyat right to start.
For sure. Faribault at the 19 of their own to start at 11:54 to go in the first half.
Joel, if you told me that I was going to be keeping stats, I would have brought a clipboard.
You
Joel,
can have mine.
Taking your clipboard?
Yeah, I haven't had it all season anyway for soccer or anything else. So Nelson is the quarterback. Little exchange fumble there, but they were able to grab and gain a couple of yards. We'll see who comes. Kennedy was the man to get it.
Well, so far so good. Number 14.
Yep, there's 14. There he is. There's Lenway. Lenway for 3. Second down and 7. Lenway was technically not one of the guys that was written on the starters from Coach Lewis. But that's okay. You missed, always got to mix it up. Little handoff again for Faribault, right up the middle. Not going to get much. Maybe a yard. They were at the 22. They're going to get one more.
It was Lenway again.
Yes. Also had Castile, who's another runner. Gain of 1. Third down and 6 at their own 23-yard line. Just under a minute played. Clock moving. Big plays were Worrell last week. 27-yard touchdown pass from Nelson.
Both Worrell and Mott are out on this side.
Yeah, you got to watch out for them. Low play fake. Nelson rolling. Pressure coming. Now gets rid of it. And incomplete pass. Coverage on the play by Kuyat. And the man he was going to, in fact, it was 9 versus 9. Nick Ehlers, a big target at 6'5", 205 tight end. Incomplete. They'll have to punt it away. That's fine. That's fine. I'll turn
I'll yell if you need me
there.
to.
That's better. I'm sorry.
Thanks, Todd, for the assist.
Yeah, I appreciate that. It's a Nelson that kicks, too. So they go with the quick snap and just getting away. And nowhere near Bigelow. Wow, Bigelow looked around and that went completely over the far sideline. Let's see where they mark it because it's not a very far punt.
The ball traveled maybe 15 yards, and it was about 40 yards away from Bigelow.
Yeah.
It was straight off his foot right to the right.
They end up moving it to the 31-yard line of Faribault. So that was a missed punt by Nelson on the quick snap. Well, one thing that Coach Swanson alluded to me, and I thought the wind was very strong, and now we see that the flags really aren't moving.
Calm down.
Yeah, and when we got here, he said, well, we might be able to make a 60-yard field goal. The snapper just can't get it there. I didn't even think about that. So Matt Donovan rolls out the KoMets, says it's 0-0. 10:31 to start their drive, and Matt Donovan will keep on the right side. He'll fall down to the 28-yard line for a gain of 3. For Kasson Mantorville, they'll have Bradford. Let's see, Logan Lowers, Giesler, Nelson, Swanson. Those are kind of your starters for the offensive line. Talked about all the defense, or all those running backs that they'll have. Bigelow will stay on the outside on the far end. 6'4" senior. He'll play a lot of wide receiver. The wingbacks will change for much of the game. Donovan is under center. Man in motion. They hand it off on the interior. Falling forward to the 26-yard line. Matt handed off is to Buchanan. and he'll gain 2 to make it 3rd down and 5. KoMets knee-deep in Faribault territory.
Well, for both teams so far, everything between the tackles. Nobody's taken much of any chances so far, and I get it when it's for the KoMets, their first game.
Right.
A little cold.
Yeah.
Last week when Faribault played, it was very warm.
I was going to say it was nice then. They have Nearby, Ellenson, and Lockerbie as their defensive linemen for Faribault. Pitch on the near side. Arsvold trying to turn it up. He does get a great block downfield, too. Past the 20, near the 15-yard line. It will be a first down for Kasson Mantorville. 9 minutes to go. First quarter, nothing the score, and Arsvold goes out of bounds. So it stops the clock at 9:05.
And really beautiful blocking on both on the edge and outside by Bigelow.
What did he end up getting, 7? What'd you give him?
We're at the 19, right? So 17?
He gained
they
more.
are.
No,
Oh.
23. So he got 6. First down, 6 yards for Buchanan. They went from the 23 to the 17. Donovan he'll keep it. It was an option play. Got to the 15 for 2. Falls forward. 5th play coming up for Kasson Mantorville. Faribault in the white and green. KoMets in their blue, white lettering, and white pants.
A lot of rotation for guys already here.
I'm telling you, the one thing that I worried about the most was injuries. Because of the fact that we saw it so much in college and pros, where you don't have that long training camp, the long preseason to kind of get your body ready for it. These guys have only had 3 days of practice this week to prepare for a game. Donovan handed off, interior, pushing forward. Good push on the offensive line for sure. Nelson, Giesler, Lowers all helping.
It's Buchanan.
Yep, Brooks again.
Down to the 11, it looks like.
Yeah. Go a couple yards, 3, make it 3rd down and 5. Everything's been 3rd and manageable, Ben.
No. I'm sure we'd rather have 3 and 2
True.
more than 5 and 6, but we'll take it.
Buchanan is in the back in that kind of full back position, 1 wide to the right and left. Double wing, of course. Faribault adjusts and moves. Donovan rolling to his left. Not really anybody open.
Broke down.
And, yeah, Nick Ehlers jumping in. And will wrap Donovan up for a no gain. 4th down.
We got a guy who can kick from here.
Yeah, I would say that's the case. Oh,
No.
they are going to pull him back, though.
Really?
Winkle was jogging out like he was going to kick.
Why is the clock stopped? There we go.
There, it's moving. 7:20, 4th down and 5. Ball at the
Sorry.
Faribault 12-yard line. KoMets going to go for it.
How surprised are you right now?
I am very shocked. I figured Winkle would just jog out there and kick the 3. Maybe try to get him offside. Donovan trying the hard count. No, goes back to pass. Then there's a flag. Incomplete to Bigelow, but a flag on the play. Somebody moved early, and the KoMets will roll out Winkle on the penalty of 5. It would have been 4th down and 10. Bigelow was on more of a slant, deep slant. That's where Donovan was looking one-on-one coverage. Not there. Ball moves back to the 17.
Got 2 teams playing it very safe so far here.
Yeah, and I'm a little not really surprised with Kasson Mantorville, especially when you had such good field position to start the ball game. Winkler would set this down at the 24, making it a 34-yard field goal. And will the KoMets begin their scoring this season on a field goal? Winkle makes it look
Perfect.
so easy.
And they only had 1 official down there.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, social
Interesting.
distancing even with the officials. 36-yard field goal for
34.
34. Yeah, pardon me. Come on, I'll give him 2 extra yards.
I know, you're trying to pad his recruiting profile. I get
Well,
it.
I
get it.
don't think I need to do that
No,
at
I
all.
don't
Do
think so.
you? Isn't he a 5-star kicker anyway? At 6:57 to go, first half. KoMets lead 3-0.
So the result ends up being the same. We were both a little shocked that they didn't line up for a field goal right away, but that's fine. They still got the 3 points. And it is important to get the points on the board here right away, especially if both teams are going to play like that. If we're going to play it safe and not open things up, and I'm sure that as the game goes on, we'll see a little more variation. But I do wonder if Faribault isn't already pretty dinged up.
See, I think you're right, and how much can they kind of hide Amada or Worrell after last week? And the other thing is they scored a couple of times on little double moves. You know, it was short curl patterns, spin move, run down the sidelines, stuff like that, where if the KoMets play a little bit safer at their 2 guys back in the safety positions, those little double moves won't matter as much because you got some over-the-top help. Winkle the kick, there's my assessment. How'd you like that?
I liked it.
All right.
You know, it's really weird to have the KoMets on this side, by the way.
It is. I thought the same thing when they were setting up. It is going to be Mott over no, it won't. I thought it was going to be Mata. Instead, it's Nesberg again. He's got room down the sideline. He's past everybody. Winkler's going to bop him out at the 50-yard line. And the Faribault Falcons will start right at the halfway point.
Disappointing to lose contain up that sideline when you have a dribbler going along the sideline there. That really should be an easy seal there. I tell you what, though, as a kicker, to get to make a little pop like that, like Winkle just got to do, you take that.
Well, yeah, for sure. Oh, they moved him back. Pardon me. It wasn't at the 50 then. They're going to spot it at the 47. Looked like they were moving him down to the 50. 47 of their own.
Winkle's going to have a highlight reel that includes that hit, I bet.
Probably, yeah.
Well,
I'm not afraid to lower the shoulder. The southpaw Nelson back in. He takes this time.
Ooh.
Gets jacked up by Kennedy
Tucker.
down low. Mo Tucker up high. He'll gain 3 at the 50.
Ouch.
Yeah. Got twisted up down low by number 50 or 42, pardon me, Jackson Kennedy, and then walloped by Mo Tucker, who was not headhunting by any means. He's just a guy that likes contact. He's probably a little amped up. He hasn't played football for over 2 years. He did not play at all last year because he was hurt. Nelson goes back to pass. There was pressure over on this near side. Dropped from the far side. Frank. Intended target?
Right in his hands.
Yes, it was. Pressure was being brought on the end by Arsvold, too.
They got a capable passer in Nelson here, though.
They really do. And, again, they had some success last week. He only eclipsed the 100-yard mark. It was like 108, I think, is what he ended up with. But their biggest play was their 27-yarder in overtime for their touchdown to force a double overtime. 3-0, Kasson Mantorville, 6:14, first quarter, 3rd and 7. Second drive for Faribault. 2 wide receivers out to the far side. Nelson rolling, now firing in a lot of traffic. An incomplete pass, trying to go to Isaac Mata, who's only 5'6". He would need to be about 6'8" to reach that. Good coverage on the play, too, by Kuyat, and incomplete 4th down.
A nice hit by Kuyat. You worry about that hit a little bit because when the ball goes to the guy's head, you worry about defenseless receiver. But, no, perfect pop, great form. You love getting that stick.
Well, and he eyeballed the chest, too. He didn't go high. He went low, and
he doesn't know if the kid's got the ball. That's, you've already lowered your head.
Precisely.
Coming after this one?
They look like it.
Yep. Oh.
Nelson got it away, end over end. Going to bounce at the 20, get a Komet bounce, and in fact just completely and utterly die at the 20-yard line. Better punt by Nelson, and puts his defense at a little bit better position instead of the 31 of Faribault's. The KoMets will have to start at their own 20.
So another good defensive series there for the KoMets. No first downs.
Correct.
Take that all night long.
Yeah, saw some good hitting, too, with Tucker after the kickoff return that ended up near midfield for Faribault. They couldn't get anything out of it.
You got the wrestling team playing linebacker tonight.
That's true.
I'd get out of the way. Get out of the way.
I get to see some. Well, I used to see some of these kids. Now a lot of them are in that flex schedule, so I don't. Some of them stay on hybrid or stay at home too. But I have been able to see some of the football players on a daily basis. Donovan pitches. Arsvold got to make one guy miss. Ehlers is dragging him around. He did pop out of it. Coming down the near sideline. He ended up picking up like 5.
Nice.
And Ehlers was the man to come back and get the tackle after Arsvold slipped through his fingertips.
6 or 5?
Yeah, I'm waiting on the signal. 2nd down and 4. 6 for Arsvold.
Took him a while to shake the kid, but he eventually did. It ate up some of his space for sure when you're held up that long, but still broke a take. It would have been a loss.
Yes, precisely. Instead, he ended up gaining a couple. Bigelow on the far end. Vaughn moving from near side to far. This is
that ball on the ground?
Oh, I don't know. No, I don't think so. No. Kennedy held on. Or no, I'm sorry. That was Mo Tucker.
Did he get the ball?
Yes, he did. He was the one that ended up with it. So handoff to Anthony Mo Tucker. He gets 3. Now you need the 2. Or I'm sorry, he got 2. Whatever. You know what I meant. He's short of the 1st down, and the KoMets have a 3rd down and short. 2 is what they say on handoff. Right in the middle again. This is Kennedy. He plows through 43-yard line. Make it a run of 15 for number 42. And a 1st down. That is the KoMets' 2nd 1st down of the ballgame.
That looked like a certain fullback from last year.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. Looked a lot like Sprider.
At no point did he not have a guy on him.
Yeah.
And he got 15 yards somehow.
For sure. Yeah, that was a very nice run. Blasted through the interior line, which we talked about was kind of the strength of the Faribault Falcons last week. Beskey and Ellenson, and he went right through them. 2 wides now, 1 to the right and left. Donovan, handoff, and going right through Buchanan past the 50. In fact, he's tripped up right there by Palmer, the linebacker and tight end for Faribault.
Yeah,
7-yard blast right there, Ben.
Yep, and this Faribault line does have some big boys. Devin Lockerbie is a big kid. He's only a junior. He's got a I don't want to say D1 yet. I'll say D2 frame for sure. He's got a nice frame. He's 6'5", pushing 300 pounds.
2 to the left side. They're going to go that way. Buchanan on the late pitch. Pulls to the 50. Ooh, shot down. What a really beautiful tackle going very low as Johnny Frank coming up from his safety position, and he won't allow any more than 2.
Incredible closing speed. Holy cow. And you saw him coming all the way across the field.
One thing I was going to say as you were talking about Lockerbie was the other gentleman that's out there is their senior 6'5", 275 defensive lineman, Alex Leet. He has played very well, and the KoMets actually have been going to the right side of their line. Leet is on the left, so they're trying to avoid him a little bit because he's had some he actually has made a few pressure situations over on that left side. 3rd down, handoff. KoMets spinning with Kennedy past the line at the 45, and he'll get marked down right there. Needed the 46.5. KoMets will get that for 3.
You got to feel like Kennedy's got 3-4 yards every time he touches the ball, right? But you also don't want to give him 30 carries because you need him on defense.
He was so crucial last year on that defensive unit, just as the middle linebacker, kind of the captain of that D last year, and the communication that he provides. I'm with you. He can definitely get the 3-4 yards, but yeah, you don't want his tank on empty. Arsvold in motion. Donovan going down.
Wide
yeah,
open.
he had Bigelow. Pressure came
everybody.
at his. Yeah, pressure came.
Logan Vaughn was out there too, and nobody was covered.
Right. It was Bigelow that was deep at the 10. Vaughn was at about the 20.
I don't know who he was throwing that to.
I'm not sure. It was kind of in between the two of them. And an incomplete pass brings up 2nd down and 10. 2:46. Clock stops after the incomplete pass. Ball sits at the Faribault 45. KoMets lead 3-0 at KM Telecom Stadium. I'm Joel McCall. Alongside me is Ben Fearson. And we got Todd Halverson on camera. There. Did I get everyone? I think we're
Who's
good.
that guy down there?
There you go. Donovan looking. Now he got pressure. Pitch to Logan Vaughn. Turning upfield. Ran out of sideline. Did he get the... Oh, we got a flag, too. 41 is where he got pushed out. He ended up with 4. Now we'll see what the laundry on the field brings. Ben, do you do laundry? I did all mine today.
I do, but I did not today. I was in the office all day today.
Oh, yeah.
It was
yeah.
lonely up at the school, I'll say that.
Little in-service today, I suppose, right?
No,
Getting ready for conferences and whatnot?
I was working on the Comet Times all day today, actually.
Oh, okay. So you had something completely different.
No, I did some work in the morning. And literally was the only person in the district office.
A lot of conversation.
How many-
Yeah, the boys are.
It's got to be a late hit, right?
The Komets broke huddle like the ball was sitting at the 41, and then now it's against Faribault. Personal foul.
So how many? He only got 4 yards.
He got 4 yards. Yeah, he ended up just getting pushed out of bounds at the 41, and then they move it from there and drop it at the 25.
I tell you, and he was really sprung by a nice block on the edge by Jackson Kennedy.
Yes. So 4 yards then plus 15 for the personal foul. That puts a first down, and this will be the 9th play of the drive for Kasson. Started at their own 20. Arsvold on the pitch, and he gets wrapped up.
They're reading that very well out on the edge there.
Ian Ehlers, number 10, comes up. He's a defensive back. He is a sophomore. 6'2", 170, starting cornerback. Did the Komets get anything
Lost
out of it?
4.
Yeah, I was going to say. Not a good play there. And you're right, they're leading it. Everything's good?
Joel Travis Berge says you're doing a great job.
Well, thank goodness for
He
that.
says I'm doing terrible. I need to get my life together.
Bigelow on this near side. That's nice. Thank you, Travis. Head over on the far end. Donovan, after the loss of 4, they didn't go to Kennedy. This is a keeper. Donovan to the 26. We'll see if he got back to the original line of scrimmage. This 3rd down and long now, Ben. 3rd down and 10.
That's one I think you probably should have given it to Kennedy.
Make it just 2.
I think we're going to see Donovan grow up really quick this year, sort of like we did last year with Wilkie. I think you get thrown into this role, and there's a lot of nuance to this offense. When you're pitching that ball, as people don't understand how hard that pitch out there is, and the timing with
I was
it.
going to say, the timing is everything. 2 to the far end, 1 to this near side. Donovan's going to look this near side. Bigelow too high.
Had him again.
Good coverage, though, by Ehlers. He was step for step with him, but I think, if the pass was there, it's in the hands. Incomplete. Brings up 4th down, and now you got to wonder what the Komets will do.
It's really just the timing right now, because both of those are beautifully thrown balls. They're just not where they need to be yet.
Roland Winkle to come back out. His holder is Kuyat.
All right, we're going to try a 45-yard field goal.
Yep, 45.
Let's go.
45. Not at the hash either. He should just need to curve it back to the inside of the hair. 1 minute and 10 seconds. First quarter, 3-0 lead. Oh no, a bad snap. Winkle, I don't know if he could do.
I don't think his knee was down. I don't think his knee was down. They're calling him down.
They are calling him down.
That's too bad.
Might have had some room on the
I don't know
near
if he's
side.
getting there, but
I don't think he ended up with the first down. But
he was willing to try.
He was definitely going to give it a whirl. So a faulty snap and hold, and things just don't quite work out the way they do on John Madden football sometimes. And so no field goal attempt. I guess you'd call it a turnover on downs.
Correct.
So 1 minute
Holy
and 7
cow. Oh, he's breaking free.
Yeah, he did.
14.
That's a heck of a run by Lenway.
Lenway.
He went from the 37-yard line of their own.
And Lenway, really, did he have any carries last week?
No, he had nothing. Got all the way to the 40-yard line.
How much was it?
23. You're asking
Lenway
me to do math. I am.
I'm sorry.
And then Lenway again on the other side. Past the 30, 25, 24 make it, 16 more. Go ahead, Ben.
I just don't think we were ready for that series.
Agreed.
Faribault ran out there and snapped the ball.
Felt like they had a little momentum after the...
I mean, even like right now, we're getting guys off the field, and they're lined up ready to go.
Yeah, Caleb Wright hustling off as quick as he could. Nelson, quick snap. Hand off Lenway. Trucks a man and moves to the 20. Dropped at the 19. Komets will allow 5 more. two first downs on this drive. That's the first two for Faribault in the ball game, and we're at 40 seconds left.
Do you remember how many got the previous carry? The previous first down? Not the 23-yarder.
Yes, he had 16.
16.
Yep.
So he's all of their offense at this point.
Yes, he is.
Only 3 other yards. And Lenway, for a guy who was not involved last week, and he's not one of those kids I was talking about that was hurt. I haven't seen either of them yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. He had 5 carries for
Okay.
13 yards.
Okay.
That was
Still.
it. That's it, though. I mean, it's not like he
He's
was
already got 5 carries tonight.
and
6.
he's got one more slipping through one down on. Let's see. That was Giesler with the tackle right at the shoestring. Third down. Give him 4, and they'll need 1 when we come back. First quarter's over with 3-0. Kasson Mantorville is up on the Faribault Falcons here at KM Activities. Your home for the KoMets.
Broadcast on KM Activities YouTube channel is sponsored in part by Bigelow Homes, delivering customers homes with innovative and affordable design built around the way you live and personalized to your specific needs. If you're wanting the home of your dreams, start by visiting bigelowhomes.net. Kasson Dental, where their goal is to respectfully serve their patients by providing the highest quality dental care in a friendly, comfortable atmosphere. The staff at Kasson Dental is ready to meet your dental needs. You can make an appointment on their website, kassondental.com. The Kasson Mantorville School District, KoMet fans, parents, and students should all be getting their information from the Kasson Mantorville High School Twitter page. Follow KM KoMets HS. We thank our other great sponsors as well, McKern Financial and KM Telecom.
Yes. Welcome back as the second quarter begins. 3-0. Kasson Mantorville leading the Faribault Falcons, but the Faribault Falcons are in enemy territory. Deep in it, too. At the 15-yard line. They need a yard for a first down. And it looks like Nelson picked it up. Was at the 15 to the 13 for 2. And he gets the crucial yardage. KoMets do look a lot more ready now, Ben.
Yeah, they out of the break there, they had him out there ready to go, lined up, good to go. And I really think Coach would have taken a time out there if the clock wasn't winding down, just to reset things and kind of end some confusion, honestly.
Yeah, I agree with you because because of the quick change of possession after the snap. And now they got a snap. Nelson, high snap. Down at the 25-yard line. They're going to lose a lot because of Jacob Arsvold coming in for the tackle. I don't know if he'd call it a sack.
I'm calling it a sack.
Okay, sounds good.
And you know he is.
Faribault had 5 of them last week, too. Well, pardon me. They moved it to the – where are they putting that ball?
22?
Yeah, it looked like he got tackled farther back than that. They're going to give him a little forward progress and just a loss of 10. I know. Second down and 20. Now more pressure. Throws over the far side. Caught. Nelson finds a target. Long throw. Near hash. Had to go all the way to the other side to Mata. And he was dropped as fast as it came into his hands. Went from the 22 to the 18, 4 yards. That throw felt like it was an eternity.
Nelson is a lefty.
Yeah.
Looks odd coming out of those that lefty hand.
That's such a long throw, too.
Well, and that's why it's tough to gain anything if because you can give your 10-yard cushion if you want.
Yes.
And still get there.
Absolutely. Nelson has 2 to near side, 1 to the far side. Going to go to the end zone. And we have a flag being thrown, a couple of them, as Worrell slips by Brooks Buchanan in coverage. The pass was not on target to where Worrell could make a catch, but Buchanan had already kind of pushed him down and everything else, so that's why the flag's being thrown at the 10-yard line. Thank you again to our great sponsors, too, for helping us out. Man, can't do it without them. Bigelow Homes, KM Telecom, Kasson Dental, McKern Financial, and the Kasson Mantorville School District. And thank you to all 200 of you or so that have been hitting our stream so far live here on KM Activities. Hopefully you have a hot chocolate. Had to tell Ben, don't bring the hot toddies. It's not allowed on school grounds. 10:02 to go before halftime. No comment from Ben.
Nothing for you. Not going to get into that conversation.
Now
here's the beautiful thing about pass
go
interference in high school. There's no such thing as an automatic first down in high school.
Right.
So in this situation, it's not a first down.
Right.
It's still a brutal penalty because you'd be facing 4th down and long.
They gained 14 on the penalty. It puts them at 3rd down and 6 instead of, and now you have 1-1. So you got Worrell and Bigelow on the near side, Ben. They set that up. Nelson rolls to the near side, still looking that way, throws, got a man, and a touchdown for Mata, who got past Mitchell Nelson in coverage, the outside linebacker, and Mata scores from the 9.
Perfectly thrown ball. Great timing, and he finds his favorite target in Mr. Mata.
Yeah, Nelson to Mata.
Nice route, and he really just, he used his speed.
Yes. Number 20, sir. And they never did go for PAT. Sorry, Ben.
No,
they didn't go for any PAT last week, so it's all going to be 2-point conversions. Currently it is 6-0, Faribault leading. They go an I-back set. Worrell in motion. Hand off. Did not get in.
You meet Jackson Kennedy in that hole, you're not getting through.
Gave it off to look like Wellborn or Lenway.
It was Lenway again.
Yeah, Lenway. They give it to. No good on the 2-point conversion. Puts it at 6-3. It was a really nice thrown ball.
It was a perfect play.
In the back of the end zone. Found the pylon in the back. Mata is a little scat back. He'll be hard to miss at times. He's not a very big target. Junior at 5'6", 150. He also starts corner for Faribault. They lead 6-3, 9:56 before halftime. Halftime we're going to do something a little fun that I put together. So we'll be making some picks for college football. Boy, there's not very many good games this weekend either. I had a hard time finding 4 that were credible.
You got to understand, I've been watching so many random college football games this year just to get some football. I've seen way more of Texas San Antonio than I ever need to see. I thought you were going to say UTEP. I watched I've been to plenty of UTEP games. I went to college at New Mexico State, so I've been to UTEP games. I watched way too much of Arkansas State and Georgia State last night.
Boy, you're desperate.
I've watched a lot of North Alabama football this year. I tell you what, when you're hungry for football, you gotta get after it.
John Palmer is the kicker for Faribault. Logan Vaughn turned the wrong way, now trying to slip 3 or 4, and he won't do it. Field position, 16-yard line for Kasson Mantorville. 9:51 before intermission. Well, I have not watched anything aside from the teams that I root for, and I am an Oklahoma Sooner fan and an Iowa State fan, so I have watched those.
Both terrible.
What? Iowa State has not been terrible.
Oh, really?
They've been
because I watched them play Lafayette, and they were
you should have watched them after that, because
I watched that
they're
game.
Undefeated since that
and
time.
I was waiting for your awesome quarterback to step up, and he never did that
Yeah,
day.
Brock Purdy played pretty bad
that
day. But he has played well since then. They've won their games, and Oklahoma bounced back and beat their rival last week, too. So I was pretty happy.
They did not let him throw the ball that week against Lafayette. I don't know what they were doing.
I don't know. He's got such good tight ends, too. That's one thing Iowa State has. Matt Donovan's got some weapons behind him, and he will hand it off. And breaking a tackle, Mo Tucker. He's coming down the sideline, 45, 50, trying to hurdle a man. He'll pass the 50-yard line to the 48. He is all fired up.
You want to get in his way? I don't think so.
34 yards on the carry.
Big Mo Tucker. When you got an offensive lineman running at you with the football like that,
which is essentially what he is, plays fullback, and Kasson Mantorville in Faribault territory, just past the 50 at the 48.
Just for those who don't know, that's Kasson Mantorville's heavyweight wrestler that just carried for 34 yards.
Right. Far side for 1 with Donovan. Man in motion. Hand
There he is
off.
again.
Yep, Tucker. Almost 5. Give him 4. Give him 4. 2nd and 6. Six to 3. 9:20. Clock moving. Kasson trailing Faribault Falcons in the KoMets' first game of the season, with Faribault 1-0 after their double overtime win last week over Northfield. These two teams met last year. KoMets winning right in this facility, 55-6. Mo Tucker got the handoff again. Third effort. He'll get to the sticks. Past the 40 to the 37, 36-yard line. Give him 8 very hard yards on that run, I should say.
All 11 Faribault Falcons surrounding him.
I'm going to say,
I still can't bring him down. I'm getting chided by my friends right now. Mr. Loken says I didn't get excited enough on the touchdown. It was the opposing team.
Well, yeah.
You also told me not to yell in your ear tonight,
I did tell you not to yell in my ear. I would appreciate that.
If Mo keeps doing this, I might.
That's okay.
I might yell in your ear.
I understand. I get excited too. Wing backs, 2 of them. Man in motion is Vaughn. And Donovan.
There it is.
Go back. Bigelow. Oh, just out of the reach at the 10-yard line. Would have been a touchdown. Bigelow at 6'4", big target. The ball just floated past his fingertips. Clock stops, 8:27. 2nd down and 10.
I tell you what, we're going to hear that a lot this year, and it's going to work a lot this year. That play is going to be there a lot. Donovan to Bigelow, you're going to hear that play. That's just too much athleticism, and Donovan throws too nice a ball not to deliver on that. It's just the timing right now.
Yep. And again, when you only have 3 full practices prior to a game, timing is going to be crucial.
And a first-year starting quarterback.
Yes, absolutely. Man in motion, handoff.
Now, this is a reliable play.
Yes. Down to the 30-yard line, 6 more for Mo Tucker. 3rd down and 4. I like them going for it, though. I like that play
absolutely.
action and looking for Bigelow. Why not go for the bomb?
Well, and you found some rhythm here with Mo Tucker.
Kennedy is really setting as a tight end, so he would be eligible, but he's on the far side. A little pressure being brought up by Faribault. They just had the one guy back, which is Mata. Everybody else at the line of scrimmage. Donovan, handoff. No, kept it this time. Go to the far side. Oh, he slipped. Couldn't quite slip a tackle. Gets very close. Yeah, he got it. 25-yard line. Ended up with 5 yards on that. If he could have pitched it late.
Well, if he could have slipped that tackle,
Or
he might go.
Agreed.
Timing looking better on that read option. And that was the right one right there. He pulled it out and he kept it, and he got the first down.
Huge play for Kasson to keep their drive alive. That was 3rd down, a 3rd down conversion. 24-yard line of Faribault. One wide receiver to this near side. Vaughn moves. They sweep it out to him. Oh, and big pressure first brought on by Nick Ehlers. Vaughn couldn't really turn onto the outside. He had to slip back inside and gains 2.
Faribault defense out on the edges is playing really well. They really have not been able to get anything on the outside so far. And it's because of guys like Mata flying to the ball. Mata is not a big kid. But you look, where did he come from on that play? Look where he came from.
Safety, yeah, safety.
Well, from the other
and
side of the field.
Yes. Yeah, Lenway, he's a linebacker for them, as well as I don't want to forget about Cade McCusker either, because number 20 has been in several plays too for Faribault. Donovan, little counter, and Vaughn's got room.
Oh, no!
There's going to be a flag. Vaughn scores, but going to come back.
Yeah, going to hold. It's going to come back. Touchdown taken off the board.
Kennedy coming over. I like the leadership of Jackson Kennedy coming back and talking with the young guard who will be flagged. I know he probably won't like his name called now. It's Ben Nelson, the sophomore, number 69, will get the call for the hold. And then he was also the one getting in a little scuffle afterwards You got to watch that. No flag on that part, but the flag on the hold, and that'll bring everything back.
You know what? These kids earn the right to be a little fired up tonight.
I agree.
I think everybody out here deserves to be playing football right now, and I can't imagine the emotions the kids are playing when you got a short season and you didn't know if you were going to get a season.
Correct.
You know.
Oh, I'm not denying that. You do have to keep your emotions in check, though. You can't have those flags. This hurt their drive, gave up the points. 2nd down and 16. Donovan will play fake, looking for Tucker underneath. He's going to have to keep and scramble. Far side does get to the 20. Still going down the sideline. He broke one. He dives for the...
Put your arms up. Oh.
Down at the 1. Donovan breaking it on the outside for 29.
That'll work. Got it all back and then some, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Not the points yet, but...
No. They'll say the 2.
2-yard line. So 20.
Yes. 28.
You're out here making me tweet and keep stats.
I know. I got you doing everything. 1st and goal. Kasson, Mantorville. Anthony Mo Tucker into the end zone. Tucker for 2 yards and the touchdown.
It all works the same, right?
It does. As the KoMets go in, putting it at 9-6, 5:44. Remember, the KoMets do get the ball first in the second half. Winkle to kick, the senior, 5'10", 160. Should be a breeze for him. PATs last year, he only missed 2. This is up and good. True. 10-6. Kasson Mantorville answering the call from Faribault after they had just scored on their last drive. Well, fireworks happening at KM Telecom Stadium. Thank you again for everyone joining us.
And we got what, like 6 members of the band that were allowed in tonight?
Yeah.
You know what, though? They sound great.
I would like to hear the Rocky theme song just because that has been the movie of the month at our house.
Really?
My wife had never saw the Rocky movies, and she has watched 1 through 4, and I told her, can we please skip 5? It never happened, and apparently she wants to watch all of them. So I am having to force myself to watch the Ugly 5 to get to Rocky Balboa.
You know, with me so heavily involved with Sunbelt football now, I haven't had time to watch a lot of movies.
We just bought a brand new TV yesterday, so we watched Rogue One, a Star Wars movie, last night just so we could see all the action on the brand new TV. So we were excited over that. I probably more than her because, I mean, let's be honest, the TV is for me.
I don't think you need to say that.
I know. Everybody knows it.
Is she listening to you tonight?
She might be for a little while. The football's not her jam, man. I try.
know she likes to listen to me, though.
She did compliment you last year, so maybe if I said, hey, Ben's on the call with me, she might mute it half the time. Mata at the 15-yard line. He's coming down the near sideline. Slipped 2 tackles to the 30, 40-yard line. Another, and Vaughn, that's close, but they're going to say that he was still in bounds and all the way at the 44-yard line.
Tell you what, I'm a Mata fan.
That
kid, he's got to be what? What do they list him at?
5'6", 150, soaking wet.
And in high heels.
True.
He's a little kid, but he can move.
He can really move. And I just get the text message, I am listening.
Yep.
LOL.
See?
So there
she
you go.
heard I was going to be on.
Yep. I know. I understand. Yep. Mute it half the time. 2 wide receivers to the far side. Lenway with the handoff. Kennedy wrapping him up. He'll get a yard. Boy, they have really used Lenway, though, haven't they?
Well, I'm sure when 2 of your top players go down right off the bat, and one of them, like I said, didn't even play. Gardner didn't even play last week.
Right. Crowd is really filed in nicely and spread out. I know it's hard to do that tonight when it's only 40 degrees at our game time.
But when they only let 250 in,
right,
it's not that hard.
No, it's not.
I tell you what, the new bleachers on the far side look amazing.
Yes, they do.
I love the blue.
Yes, that looks nice. The bleachers in front of us are an upgrade too. Nelson keeps from Lenway. Kennedy again down low. We'll wrap up. We'll get a tag team partner with Kean Smith, a senior at 5'10", 180. Gain of 2.
And they're giving Mo a break here, which I like.
Yeah.
You know, when he carries as much as he did on that last drive, it's good. Let him get a blow here and get refreshed. And I think when you see him have such a big part in the offense there and play so well, I would guess he's going to see a lot of carries now.
Yeah, I agree. Well, and that's why Kean Smith comes in to back him up and sub on that linebacker position, because really it's Kennedy and him and Tucker. Nelson rolling far side. This is a 3rd down, going deep to Mata, overthrew him, and actually kind of let him out of bounds. I don't know if he would have even got that inbounds.
Mata
Good coverage.
Had a step, though.
He did. Kuyant was there to at least try to attempt a tackle. Mata incomplete with Nelson. We'll see if they go with the quick kick. This is 4th down 7, 4:08 to go for intermission. That means that the stream is working. If I know Dana's listening, then I know the stream's working.
And your internet at home's working well,
yep,
too?
That's right. Everything's good. One back to return. Nelson, end over end. That's not going to go very far either. Bounced around the 20-yard marker, out of bounds on the near side. We'll see where they actually put him.
I predict we get a hand on one of those tonight. We're getting real close there.
And he's not backing up very far.
No.
It's not a long snap. Looks like they moved it to the 30. No, 20, 29? 29.
And we haven't put anybody back on the last 2.
No, Bigelow was back. Remember, Bigelow was back there the first time.
The first one, but the last 2 he hasn't.
No. Yeah, no one really close to it. And Nelson with such a quick snap. I mean, one guy slips through, it's over.
That is correct.
KoMets come out a 10-6 lead. Huge drive, 4 minutes remaining, and they get it after halftime too. They could pile on a couple of scores. Arsvold in motion. Donovan keeps, bounces to the outside, still trying to make headway, gets wrapped up at the 36-yard line. This all on Faribault's side. Looks like Worrell on the tackle, number 1.
I feel like we got away with one there. I think Mo leaned a little early there, but they didn't call it. We'll take it.
7 yards on the carry for Donovan. I'm going to buy you a clipboard.
I've got clipboards. I just didn't know you were going to have me keep stats tonight.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't text you that. Why communicate? What's the point?
I wouldn't have brought the camera if I
know. Donovan on this near side, trying to bounce
Here we
the
got the
outside,
edge.
and he does to the 49-yard line before being grabbed to hold up by Ian Ehlers. Got Nick and Ian, 9 and 10. Both of those have combined for about half of the tackles for Faribault tonight. And
Timeout.
yeah, we do have a timeout. Faribault.
Faribault.
How long was that last carry, Ben? Got it to the 49. Went from the 30. Where did he go from?
33? 32?
36.
36.
So we end up with 13. And the first down.
It's one of the first times tonight that we've truly been able to seal that edge. And obviously, when you do that, you can pick up some yards.
Yeah. Nice bounce to the outside. Want to thank our great sponsors for helping us out, the Kasson School District, along with McKern Financial Group, KM Telecom, Kasson Dental, and Bigelow Homes. All of our sponsors that are on board with us throughout the volleyball and football season right here on KM Activities. Volleyball will be the next broadcast. That'll happen on Thursday night against Lake City. All volleyball home games will be broadcast right here on KM Activities. I can't go and do any of the road games.
Stinks.
I wanted to attend, and I really can't even do that because I'm not one of the participants' parents or anything like that. So makes it more difficult. You know, we thought we were going to do girls soccer Wednesday. Dover Yoda just didn't have the room for us. Football-wise, because of how jam-packed press boxes are, and most of them don't have 2 of them like here. That's why we're only doing the home games for Kasson football. We'll tweet out and let you know where those road games are when it comes to streams. So following the timeout, Anthony Mo Tucker on the carry, past the 50 and dropped at the 47-yard line.
That's another one. He just does such a nice job of getting low there that, he's getting contact the second he touches the ball, but he carries the guy for 3-4 yards.
And 4 is what he got. 2nd down and 6. Clock moves under 3, just there. 2:50 to go. KoMets with the double wing. Man in motion's Vaughn. Counter, Arsvold. And he is wrapped up immediately by Alex Leet, the kid that I highlighted a little while ago. You highlighted one side, I highlighted the other. And Leet comes through, the senior 6'5", 275 defensive tackle, makes a solid play, drops Arsvold for a loss of 4.
Well, my guy Lockerbie was out on that play, so otherwise he would have made the play.
Now he's your guy. I'm just saying that I highlighted him.
Look at those 2 tackles.
Yeah.
Those are legit tackles.
And when you're looking to look for 74 and 73, those are the 2 guys we're talking
74,
about.
77.
77, sorry.
Well, the smallest of their linemen plays in the middle.
Right,
That's
and that's 72. That's Nearby. So, and he's a junior at 247 and 6'3". Their D line, yeah, right. I mean, they have some beef up front, no doubt. Donovan, 3rd down and 10. Back to pass. Only one guy really out there. Now Vaughn sneaks out. Oh, jumping up, can't make the catch at the 33-yard line, far sideline. Would have been enough for a 1st down. And in fact, if he could have stayed on his feet to catch that, he might still be running. Clock is stopped at 1:46. 4th down and 10.
Well, they kind of got twisted up with where that ball was delivered. You still want to make that catch, but that's a tough one.
Yes, it is.
1:46 left here, so we're going to punt and play a little field position, make sure we don't give up any points before half and go in there with a lead.
The ever-dangerous Mata back to return.
I wouldn't kick to him.
I would not either. Winkle will probably try to coffin corner this thing if he can. And that's exactly what he does. He leads toward, well, no. Oh, Mata let it go.
A bad call on his part.
Yeah, he did not. He called for a fair catch, then let it drop, and it bounces to the 11-yard line.
If I'm Mata, I always want the ball in my hands. I never let that touch the ground.
I agree. I'm really surprised that he decided to let that go.
Well, and really, it was, by the book, it was a good call. You don't touch that ball.
Right.
That ball landed at the 4 and then bounced forward for 7 yards.
Right.
So, I mean, and really, like I said, by the book, that's a good move. But
he's dangerous.
If I'm Mata, I'm taking that to the house,
Right, or at least I'm trying. I'm going to give myself a chance.
He had room. He didn't have anybody in his face.
Right. Well, in Faribault, for their defense, that's a win to get the KoMets off the field without giving up points, because now they get a chance with Lenway on the far side. They'll have to break a couple of tackles, and he won't do it. He'll get down to the 11-yard line, which is essentially no gain, maybe a yard with Lenway.
And Lenway has looked very good.
Yeah.
Now, most of his damage is between trying to have him on the outside there. I don't think he's a speed guy. He's more of a power guy with plenty of speed, but not probably the guy you want on the edge.
No, you'd want to get that. And that's probably where they're missing some of those guys that you were talking about,
Well,
like a Gardner.
He's a big kid, though, too. He's more he plays a similar role to what Lenway's doing tonight.
Nelson keeps, drops at the 16-yard line. And if you're Kasson, you take the timeout, and you do. You can't carry them to the second half anyway. You got 3 of them. So they do take the timeout. Be 3rd down and 6. So a gain of 4 for Nelson on the play. KoMets take the timeout to force Faribault to have to do something on 3rd down. And if you don't get the 1st down, another timeout's coming, Ben.
That is correct.
I mean, you gotta.
And honestly, the way they've been punting, you're gonna get the ball on a spot where you probably are already in field goal range for Mr. Winkle.
I think that's the key, is the field position at the moment.
Well, when it's a 4-point game, a field goal right now is a big deal.
Oh yeah, and field position battle even is a huge thing. And you figure at the end, halftime, Faribault's gonna have to kick off, and we've seen both teams have some really nice returns so far off kickoffs. So the field position battle is key. Go ahead.
If I'm Faribault here, I'm probably throwing the football. And they can stop the clock. It's almost irrelevant for you to
they did hand off to Lenway, and he found some room.
Well,
He'll end up.
That'll do it.
Yeah, he'll push past the 20 to about the 22, and they'll get 7, and that'll give them the first down.
KoMets were thinking like I was there.
Yep.
I thought they'd probably throw it, knowing that the KoMets can stop the clock again. No, you probably let it run, right?
Yeah, I was going to say, you'll deflate the ball for the next 35 seconds, even with the 2 timeouts for Kasson.
Did you forget to turn me up loud enough again?
Dana said you're a little quieter than I was, so
Dana.
here I try to make it as even as possible. Nobody wants to hear more of me. If you listen to volleyball, you only heard me. If you listen to soccer, you only heard me. You should probably talk more often.
I don't want to step on your calls.
Nelson back to pass. Going to go deep to the middle. Oh, an undercut was Bigelow. Worrell had the catch at the 45, bounced off of his left arm, and falls harmlessly to the ground. That was a very dangerous play.
That's a touchdown. There's nobody behind him there.
Correct.
We'll take it. 9 seconds left.
Worrell with a little bit of a slip past Bigelow.
Probably get 2 more shots here.
I would think, I would think so, unless they hit a big one. But you got to get back. Yeah, Bigelow now. Everybody playing a little prevent. KoMets.
Picket fences here.
Yes, back at the 40-yard line, and they'll just hand it off this time. Forget that.
And the half.
At the 25 for 2, and that's enough. Faribault and Kasson Mantorville. 10-6 is our score as we go to halftime. Kasson Mantorville leading. Got the 1 touchdown in the first half from Mo Tucker. And I got a field goal from Winkle for 34 yards. Faribault with their 9-yard touchdown pass from Nelson to Mata. They went for 2 and were stuffed at the 1.
Can't believe nobody's been texting me Tulane SMU updates from tonight.
Oh, my goodness. Boy, you are desperate for some football. You're getting it tonight, as who knew this was even going to take place? We thought maybe the season wouldn't even happen, and here we are lucky enough to call it right here on KM Activities. We'll have a fun little thing we have coming up here in just a few moments, as we'll see how good Ben is at predicting some football coming up for this weekend. But for now, we've got to thank our great sponsors. Mute both of our mics, and we'll come back here shortly on KM Activities.
This sports broadcast on KM Activities YouTube channel is sponsored in part by Bigelow Homes, delivering customers homes with innovative and affordable design built around the way you live and personalized to your specific needs. If you're wanting the home of your dreams, start by visiting bigelowhomes.net. Kasson Dental, where their goal is to respectfully serve their patients by providing the highest quality dental care in a friendly, comfortable atmosphere. The staff at Kasson Dental is ready to meet your dental needs. You can make an appointment on their website, kassondental.com. The Kasson Mantorville School District, KoMet fans, parents, and students should all be getting their information from the Kasson Mantorville High School Twitter page. Follow KM KoMets HS. We thank our other great sponsors as well, McKern Financial and KM Telecom. This sports broadcast on KM Activities YouTube channel is sponsored in part by McKern Financial Group, a full-service accounting firm serving clients throughout the Kasson-Mantorville area and beyond. Chris and company provide professional, personalized services and guidance in a wide range of financial and business needs. KM Telecom football season has arrived, and if you don't want to miss any of the action, sign up for KM TV. KM Telecom has a multitude of cable packages to ensure your living room is a mecca for entertainment. Find out more at kmtel.com and by Kasson Dental, Bigelow Homes, and the Kasson Mantorville School District.
Ben Fearson is frantically adding up statistics. Kasson Mantorville KoMets lead 10-6. I'm just going to give a couple of shout-outs. Hi, Riley Donovan. As you're listening from South Dakota, thanks for tuning on the stream. Peyton Head, I see you too, as well as Dominic Mann, several more, some grandparents from Arizona. Thank you so much for coming along with us. Happy to have all of you watching right now on KM Activities. so thrilled to be back covering football. Again, volleyball, I know that it's limited people, too, that can come on with us or that can be in the home Federal Arena or on the road. And so as we'll try to get as much as we can. We'll always be tweeting out. Ben and I will tweet out as much as possible when it comes to the road games since we're not there. I might be able to attend a couple of football road games depending on just what's going on at my house. But I know you'll probably try to go to a couple. But the live streams, we'll try to tweet out as best we can. I'm at Radio McCall. KM Activities is another one to follow at KM Activities because of those road games. We're not able to fill that big old press boxes because of how packed they are now. And you can probably see it even on the stream once in a while. The far press box is very full. I mean, you have a lot of coaches. You have all that staff. You have camera guys. There's a lot of people that takes up the crew for football, and therefore some places just don't have the double press box like KM Telecom Stadium, and I completely understand that. I do. I get it. And
I don't.
Well,
we should all be as good as we are.
As long as there's a stream and you can find it. I was disappointed that I couldn't cover volleyball on the road. My plan was to go to every single match, and that kind of got taken away from me. But other than that, still, happy to try to get that out there, and hopefully everybody's doing what we're doing, which is color commentating and at least doing some play-by-play and letting you know what's going on. Well, I know some places they don't have the equipment, and they may not be doing that. It might be just the huddle, and it's thrown up there, and you just get the stream and kind of have to watch. So some places don't have all the YouTube equipment, or I think most of them are doing Facebook Live. So if you have Facebook, that's pretty much the best way to do it. Dover Yoda the other night for soccer, that's how they had their stream. So 10-6, Kasson with the lead. Got the 34-yarder from Winkle that started off the scoring. Got a touchdown from Mo Tucker from 4 yards out, or 2 yards out. PAT was good, 10-6. The touchdown by Tucker was right after the 9-yard pass from Nelson to Mata to make it 6-3. Your unofficial first half stats, Ben Pearson.
Well, KoMets rushed for 157 yards on 26 carries, with big Mo Tucker leading the way, 7 carries for 60 yards. Donovan right behind, though, 7 carries for 58 yards. He found his groove kind of at the end of the half.
True.
The bulk of his yards came on his last 3 carries. He had 48 yards on those last 3 carries. So that really was the bulk of the offense for the KoMets. We didn't have any passing yards.
Right.
That's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Couple of incomplete passes, some chances there, just couldn't quite connect.
And really, Mr. Lenway for Faribault is leading all rushers with 9 carries for 61 yards. He's been a horse for them. Nelson's carried 5 times for 2 yards, obviously skewed a little bit by the 10-yard loss.
Right.
That hurts him.
Right.
And they threw for 13 yards. So KoMets, ahead a little bit in yardage, but the score is very close, as we see. And Mata had their only touchdown, a 9-yard touchdown pass from Nelson. Beautifully thrown ball, just a great play, really.
Yeah, it was. Well, and Lenway on their one drive got a lot of those yards that you were talking about. On one drive, he practically had 40 yards.
Well, I think he had 6 carries on that drive alone, didn't he?
Yes, I believe so.
He's been a horse for them, and what I appreciate with the KoMets right now is they're doing this against a very, very good defense. I think we saw that last week, and we're seeing it again this week. They've got some kids that can play on that side of the ball. You see that they gave up 28 points last week, but you got to consider that's double overtime. It was 14-14 at the end of regulation. So, and for them to beat a Northfield team that they hadn't beat since the 80s,
yeah, right.
You take that.
Well, all right, let's get to our little fun. This is a pick'em contest that I put together.
Todd, you're in.
Todd's in, too. All right, we're taking 4 college and 4 pro games.
You going first on the first game, then we rotate?
Yes, that sounds good. Our first game will be in college. It's number 16, Auburn, at South Carolina, and I'll take Auburn.
I'm going to start it right off the bat with the upset. I'm going South Carolina. I do not believe in Bo Nix.
All right, that's fair.
Todd?
He's taking Auburn as well.
I'll take the victory there, boys.
All right, number 5, Carolina at Florida State. Todd?
North Carolina.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. You're going first. My bad.
North Carolina's the real deal this year. That defense is very good. I don't think they're going to be the number 5 ranked team in the number 5 ranked team in the country once all the power conferences are in there, but I will take North Carolina.
No, North Carolina is. Okay.
We almost had Todd taking.
I know. He almost took Florida State,
Seminoles.
who is a mess of a program right now. Kansas at West Virginia. Todd, you're first. Yeah, he's taking West Virginia. I am also taking West Virginia, although I do believe in the Mad Hatter, but it's just going to take too long.
They're a 22-point underdog. I got to go West Virginia.
Yeah, they're just such a that program's so hard to recruit. And then we got the heavyweight matchup. Number 3 Georgia at number 2 Alabama. I have to go first, and I will take Georgia.
Same.
Really?
Yeah. Saban coaching from home.
I know.
But I just think that Georgia defense is really good.
Todd takes Bama. I'm with you on that with their change of things and with Nick Saban getting COVID. Who knows what's going on with that program tomorrow night. That is the best game of the weekend, by the way. Number 3 Georgia at Alabama.
What are you talking about? SMU Tulane right now.
And Alabama is hosting that game, and you can watch on CBS Saturday night.
BYU Houston
And you
later
get
tonight.
You get a great call with Brad Nessler too. That guy
St.
is
Charles
so
native,
good.
Brad Nessler.
Yeah, he is such a good broadcaster. Got a good one with him too. Cleveland at Pittsburgh is where we'll start with the pros. This is the Romo Nance ball game on CBS.
Is that whose pick is that? Todd's first.
That is Ben first.
Oh.
Cleveland at Pittsburgh.
Oh, I want to take Cleveland, but I'm not going to do it. I'll go Pittsburgh.
He's going to take Pitt. Todd? Good. Thank you, everyone.
You're going to Browns.
I'm going to take the Cleveland Browns, and hopefully Mayfield will help me out. Remember, I'm a Sooner fan. Minnesota hosting Atlanta. Both these teams, oh boy.
ESPN misreported it.
So the game's happening. Who's first on
At this
one?
point. I'm hoping for
Todd,
cancellation.
you're up first. He's the Viking homer, and he'll take the Vikings.
You did?
No, he did.
No, you got to go now.
I know. I'm taking the Falcons.
Oh,
I'm taking Atlanta.
all right.
I don't believe in the Vikings anymore.
I think Atlanta's going to win, and I'm going to take the purple.
Oh, you're going to take Minnesota.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pick 'em contest.
Yeah, exactly. Green Bay at Tampa Bay. This is a pretty good game, too.
Meh.
And Tampa, let's see.
You
Tampa
gotta
Bay
go.
is hosting, but I'm going to go first, and I'm going to take Green Bay on the road.
I just,
What a fun matchup, though. Rodgers and Brady.
I
Can never go wrong with those two.
I don't know what I hate worse. The Packers are losing. I'll take the Packers.
All right. GB,
Todd?
TB, or GB? Oh, my goodness.
Sweet
We
man,
all
I
stay with...
I would have gone
Nope.
back on that.
No, you
Darn it.
can't now. Kansas City at Buffalo is the second Monday night game or something going on. I don't know when this game's even taking place, but it's Mahomes and the Buffalo Bills. And I don't remember who goes first. Do I go first? I think I'm first.
Sure.
All right, sounds good. Well, the Chiefs got beat by the Raiders, and that was euphoric at my house. I couldn't be happier. And with Buffalo getting exposed by Tennessee Titans, and they lost by 30, Kansas City rebounds on the road out east and beats the Buffalo Bills.
No, not in Buffalo. I'll take Buffalo. It's going to be cold, right? I hope.
Doubter.
Snowing.
Mahomes knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And Todd takes KC.
All
so
right.
there's your wonderful picks of
On
the
the
week.
Bills, baby.
You do have the Bill. Yeah, you got that one off by yourself. Couple of
got-
matchups. This
I
should
got
be.
another one too, didn't I?
Yeah, you got 2 of them, I think.
The Auburn game I got.
Yeah, the
I got
Auburn
correct.
game. Yeah. Okay. All right. Settle down.
Bo Nick.
Settle. I know he has not looked good
Look
at
like
all.
Trash.
Yeah, I agree. He has not looked well. Kasson 10, Faribault 6. There's our little pick'em contest. We haven't decided on what the actual award will be.
$100 each, right?
I
thought
don't
that's what
think
you-
that's going to be the
No?
case. It might be I'll do cookies for somebody if
Yeah,
they
see if
win.
Tulane
How about
holds
that?
on and wins. I
Oh
don't tell
my
you how much we
goodness.
can bet.
Yeah.
I'm a degenerate football gambler.
Yes. Well, so our next broadcast is coming up then with Lake City coming to Kasson for volleyball. I do want to make mention of things that are happening around the area, too. Winona is at Byron. PEM's hosting Red Wing. Austin is at Albert Lee. Some other games that are happening, not in that section or the class because the KoMets in their section. There's Class 4A, Section 1. But other games that are happening, I thought I would throw out there. Caledonia at Stewartville. That one ended up getting canceled because of COVID reasons. But Cannon Falls is hosting Lake City. Mankato West is at Mankato East. Northfield is hosting New Prague. New Prague's a team that the KoMets will see later in this season. Mayo at Century. Kenyawannamingo hosting Fillmore Central. So those are just some of the other games that I picked.
Triton playing St. Charles? Triton's up 18-0.
Oh, are they? Okay, I did not
yeah.
have that one written down. I must have missed that one when I was going through all the games that were.
Todd said Byron was beating. Yeah, Byron is beating Winona 7-0 at halftime.
Wow. Winona had been that section champion.
Forever.
Yes. So the Kasson KoMets, they're at home tonight, obviously, since we're kind of covering that game. They're at New Prague next week. On the 30th, they go Albert Lee, and then they'll be home against Byron on the 6th. They host Winona on the 11th. And just the home games will be broadcasting right here on KM Activities. Faribault comes in with 247 yards of offense from last week, but the KoMets hold them to just 6 points. Gave up the one touchdown to Mata.
Cannon Falls is rolling over Lake City right now. Cannon Falls is a very good football team.
Really?
Cannon Falls, I'm impressed by that score for one reason. It's 30-7 at halftime over Lake City.
Wow.
Cannon Falls has a showdown with Leward next week. You know, I think they're
Leward
both
won.
top 5 in the state, right?
Leward won last week, or last night.
Yeah,
pardon
over
me.
ZM.
Yeah, and they played last night.
Austin beating up on Albert Lee 27-0. Albert Lee did not look good in that. I watched a little bit of their game against Byron
Last week?
Yeah,
they were
It
struggling.
was like 50-0 at halftime-ish.
They had a couple of, they had a strong running back last year, but that was about it. And I don't remember if he graduated. Albert Lee did. They had a good running back last year, but I can't remember. I don't recall if he was a senior or not.
There's New Prague.
New Prague?
New Prague is beating Northfield at halftime, 14-7. So maybe this Northfield team is just
Not like they once were, but.
Yes.
Well, we got a close one, 10-6. Again, thank you to our great sponsors for helping us out. They'll be with us throughout the entire football season and volleyball. Bigelow Homes, McKern Financial Group, KM Telecom, Kasson Dental, and the Kasson Maryville School District. School District has also supplied me with a full-time job, so thank you so much for that, too. Talked to Mr. Matuska at the volleyball match the other night. Appreciated getting that call. And
he's at a wedding today.
Is he really? I'm at a wedding tomorrow.
Doing the chicken dance right about now, I assume.
That is the one thing I refuse to have at our wedding when we talked to the DJ. No chicken dance at my wedding.
Is that the only?
That was the only request that I made. That was it. Dana didn't seem to care, so I got my way on that. Yeah, this is for all the loosening up. Now you can pull your camera out and show the boys there, Todd. Don't need to show the scoreboard. We have that already. So a couple more minutes to go, and Kasson Maryville and Faribault, KoMets will get the ball back. Ben, it's nice having you on the broadcast. And if you're wondering about Eric helped us out last year, and I know he's been on the broadcast for many, many years. He's actually helping out with the football team themselves this year, and I think was setting up cameras. And
he's the video guy, right?
Yeah, the video guy. So he took Overton's spot and helping out the program. I know he really likes that too. He wanted to be close with the kids and got to do that this year. So wish him the best of luck on going out and setting all that equipment up for when they're on the road too. So he'll get to go and watch the KoMets every single week. So
he's a great dude. He's Mr. KoMet.
Yes, he is. Real nice guy, and got a chance to spend time with him last year. And I know he wanted to be back on the broadcast, and I didn't even know you were coming on.
Hey.
I honestly said Tuesday night when you popped over and talked to me, I didn't even know that you were helping out.
Is that Mr. T? Oh, wait, no, it's Mo Tucker.
No, that's Mo Tucker. Yes.
He's got the mohawk
He does have
shaved.
the mohawk. Yeah. But yeah, that was a nice surprise. I was set up for volleyball. You come over to me and, you ready for Friday night? And I'm like, dude, I got girls soccer tomorrow. I'm not ready for that. And then I didn't have girls soccer. Then I got wiped away. And then you're like, well, I'm with you on Friday. I was like, I didn't know that
Well,
at
Brock
all.
came over and told it because I didn't really, I told Brock I'll do whatever. I just really want to go to the game.
Yeah, right.
So
yes.
you give me any job, I'll do
Right.
it. I don't care what it is. And I said, I'll help up there if you need me. So I did tickets. I
Right,
got on
you
the
did
way in
tickets,
for a little
yeah.
bit, and then ran up here and joined you.
Yeah. And Todd said he wanted to help me with volleyball, and I said, I don't move the camera. And he goes, I want to go to the games. So that's exactly what's happening for volleyball. Camera doesn't move, but Todd's next to me. He's always looking at scores, though. He's got my ESPN ticker down on the bottom of the TV because he's always helping me out, always finding scores, and which is always beneficial. I like talking about other games that are happening throughout the area. And
His Rays are losing to Houston right now, though.
no, not good. Which game is that?
I don't know what game
In
are
the
they on.
ALCS?
I've been too busy with college football.
Well, I know the Dodgers got smoked last night, like 10-2 or something like that, after they put up like 11 runs in the first inning the game before. So they're on the brink of elimination.
And the
World Series will be coming up.
MAC football comes back soon.
Oh my
now there'll be
goodness.
football games on
I was
Wednesday
gonna say,
nights.
random
Wednesday
Tuesday.
night MAC football.
You know that
baby.
the ratings are high when you're on a
Hey.
college football game on a Tuesday night.
I'm telling you.
Miami of Ohio taking on Marshall.
Hey,
Nobody cares.
that's a way better game than what
Nobody
I've
cares.
been watching lately.
But yeah, the Big Ten will come back up. When? Is that next week?
24th next week.
Okay, next
That's the
week.
Gophers
yeah.
opener.
All right.
Michigan prime time. We're taking.
Oh, that's
the
right.
jug.
I did see that was prime time.
Gonna be
Well, we've
tail-
got prime time Friday night football for you. As Palmer has it on the tee, you finally get to stop hearing us ramble, and the KoMets will take it at the 15-yard line.
Ooh.
Logan Vaughn has a hole through the everyone. He's going to go 40, 35, 20, 15, 10. He's going to outrun everyone. 16-6 on the kickoff return of 82 yards for Logan Vaughn.
Only 82.
Yes. Fine,
I was
84.
I
Do
was
you
gonna
want
give,
that?
I thought it was closer to 85. Yeah.
Oh, fine. 84-yard kickoff return by Vaughn. Found an
I
opening in
thought-
the middle.
I thought for sure that was coming back.
Uh,
Somebody reached a hand out and just got no. He let go immediately.
Yeah, that's right. And a big-time wrestler, Winkle, will take it on the tee. Forget about the offense. They'll sit out for a little bit longer. Good. PAT up and good. And Logan Vaughn burst through everyone, 17-6.
I kept waiting to see Mata somewhere, like
I
running
know,
him down.
that's what-
I'm like, "Where's Mata? Where is he?"
That's what I was expecting too. Like, ooh, that's going to be a track meet towards the end. He did have a guy right behind him, but he was
He
able to
was pulling
outrun
away,
him.
though.
Yes, he was. Logan Vaughn showing the speed.
Kid has been. I feel like he's been around forever, which he has because he's a wrestler. But he's been one of my favorite wrestlers for a long time. It's really fun to see him doing it on the football field now too.
Junior, 5'10", 160. I get to hear his voice once in a while in Mrs. Yitzty's class for Algebra 2.
Oh boy,
So he's in that. He doesn't say a lot to me.
I really liked your explanation of algebra earlier when you were talking to me and Matuska in the hallway.
What did I don't even remember what I said.
Yeah, so are you good with math? And you're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You know, I'm good till they start throwing letters in there.
Yeah, why is the
I'm outta
alphabet
there.
in a math problem? I
Yeah.
don't understand. Solve for X. No, just tell me what the number is. 1148. Yeah, the kids ask me all the time, like, can you help us? I'm like, no, I can't. No, I'm not a
You
math
need a hall
teacher.
pass or something?
Right?
'Cause
Yeah, exactly. You need to go to the restroom? I can let you do that.
I
Maybe-
heard Nate Bargatze telling a joke about one of my favorite comedians about Common Core math. He's like, "Was the old math was it not working? Because I thought it was working okay." He said, "Common Core math reminds me of like if you have a front door to your house, and then you tell the guy to go around the back, and come inside. They both work the same."
Well, here is Mata on the kickoff return after the TD from Kasson. Mantorville's kickoff return. Mata will get to the 31-yard line, and that's where Faribault will start. They're in a hole, 17-6.
No, I got the whole math department mad at me. I'm sure.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, I do get the questions once in a while, like, oh, can you help us? I'm like, I hear the same lecture 3 times in a day, and I still don't understand half of it. Mrs. Yitzty does do a fantastic job with her kids, though. I'm not saying anything on that as Lenway gets the attack. Oh,
suplexed
yes.
by 5.
Nice tackle by Mo Tucker. Kennedy in on that. Arsvold was there too. And it's no gain for Lenway.
Jackson just said something to him. I don't know what he said. It really was like a nice little suplex there.
It was, for sure. Well, belly to back, taken down on the carry for Lenway. Second down
Got
and
that
10.
Greco going is what he's got.
Yes, he did. He did. 2 to the right, 2 to the left for Nelson. Expecting pass. Snap was a little low. Bubble screen, they don't look for that. And instead they go to Worrell, but the pass sails from Nelson way over his head. Target was intended around the 42-yard line. Bigelow in coverage. Incomplete pass, 3rd down and 10.
I like the idea of that play. Fake it out to Mata out there, and then you got your big man over the middle.
Yeah, but he was double
He was covered. It was Worrell he was covered well. There was 2 guys there because he'd run right into the safety at that point.
Yes.
So you either need to have it happen earlier or later.
Right.
He clears the safety.
2 by 2. Nelson. And he'll have to scramble. He'll have to make a lot of guys miss, and he'll get to past the 30, but he'll need all the way to the 42, and he got to about the 33.
Jackson Kennedy slow to get up. You don't want to see that.
No. He seems to be okay, though.
Yeah.
Jackson, and one of my first player interviews was with Jackson Kennedy last year, gain of 2. Jackson let me know that his favorite athlete was Bo Jackson, and I haven't talked to him yet, but I wondered if he read the book that I gave him last year, gave him the the biography of Bo Jackson.
I told you I got the Beckett
Nelson.
cover T-shirt. Got a T-shirt.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you told me that
Beckett
too.
Cover.
Rolled out at the 41-yard line. They'll make it the 40. So the punt from Nelson, very quick. 10-15. 3rd quarter. Not the time. It's 8:21 real time. 10:15 is what we have on the clock. 3rd quarter, 17-6, Kasson Mantorville leading Faribault. And Faribault comes in with a record of 1-0. They beat Northfield last week in double overtime. KoMets did not get their game last week, so this is their first chance on the gridiron.
What did Coach have to say about the anticipation and excitement? I know it had to be a whirlwind here the last 3 days, but what did he say about the team coming in?
Adapt.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really all he has been saying and talking about for the last 2 weeks is you just have to learn and adapt, Well, we got a flag being thrown. Arsvold was the man in motion on the wingback position. But no, Coach, I mean, he and I talked. He talked about timing. He talked about the injuries. He stresses that too without the kids having all their warm-up and everything else. And then he said, our communication with the kids have been great, and they've been able to adapt. And really the timing was the main factor. And playing as one, I think that's been his motto since day one is just playing as a team. If we get down, the guys need to lift you up. If a player gets down, if he's trying to do too much, you got to pull him over and say, hey, I got your back. I can help you out. Mo Tucker's got everybody helping him out as he is pushing the pile. He'll get back to the original line of scrimmage for 5, make it 7 because he got 2 more after that.
You got Mo Tucker carrying those 6'5", 300-pounders with him.
Yes, strong,
and he still
strong
gets 7
legs.
yards.
Yeah, he got 7. 2nd down and 8 for Kasson Mantorville. But I think that's been kind of Coach's motto throughout the entire offseason. And once they got some practice in, Donovan under center.
Well, that's the hard part when you got a new quarterback.
Pitch to Arsvold, far side. Got past Mata. How about that? Trucking over somebody, too. Good tackle low on the far side. They've done that twice now on Arsvold. He's a big kid. They got him down at the 47-yard line. Needs 3 for the first down. No, he got more than 3 then. He got 5. Pardon me. 3rd down and 3. It was 1st down and 15. So 3rd and 3. Bigelow on the near side. Him and Worrell matching up. They could just swap jerseys. About the same size.
Same frame, yeah.
Yes. And Donovan slipped on his back pedal
Somebody step on his foot?
I'm not sure. Sneak. Yeah, Castillo was the one that got in first just to touch him. Number 33, the outside linebacker who was blitzing. And with his foot, he tripped Donovan on the back
4
pedal,
yards?
and 5 make it.
Ouch.
Yeah, lost everything that Arsville gained. Returns back to a 4th down and 8, and Winkle will punt with the ever-dangerous Mata back to return. Thank you again for all of you hopping on the stream. Oh, that snap goes over Winkle's head.
Got time, though.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, you
he
coulda
did.
kicked
He
that.
could have probably punted. Instead, he's scrambling for his life, and the Falcons will drop him at the 28-yard line.
High snap. He's able to knock it down. But didn't,
McCusker was the one to bring him down, and a bad snap. That's a loss of.
He had an awkward amount of time when the ball went on the ground. I think that's what
Yes.
surprised him when he looked up and there wasn't anybody there yet.
Loss of 15. Bad snap. I'll write down turnover on downs.
T-O-D. So, Faribault, if they're trying to get back in this football game, this is their opening right here.
Yes.
They start out at the 28-yard line.
Thank you, because I'm trying to write that down. I appreciate you talking. Back to pass.
Uh-oh.
And underthrown, and Bigelow almost
What
comes
a
up with
play.
an interception.
Huge play by Jace Bigelow.
Yes. Going after Worrell, and still double covered, too. Trying to force one up. Really, if he could throw that to the pylon in the back corner, he might actually had him. Instead, he underthrew it, and Bigelow comes away with the pass deflection. And I appreciate that, because my head was down.
I knew you were catching up. This is a team here.
I know. I thank you for that.
Mata in the slot here.
2 on this near side. Handoff Linway. Trying to bounce to the outside at the spin, and he gets wrapped up immediately on the spin. Tucker and Kennedy.
You know, Lenway was really at his best as a north-south runner. He's trying to dance a little bit right now.
Yep. They gave him 1 for 3rd down and 9. I agree. When he was actually motoring, it was a handoff and go, and in this, he's been the jump cuts to the outside and even trying to find a hash. It's just not working. 2 to the near side, 1 running off late.
See if they find Mata here.
Looking for him. A little double move. Nelson looking, throws over that way. Got Mata. No, incomplete. Dropped it at the 8-yard line.
Threw it a little bit behind him.
Would have been a gain of near 20.
This is a wobbler.
It was a wobbler. Nelson was rolling to this near side, which for the lefty is coming to his right.
Yeah, it's a tough throw. It's a tough throw for anybody on the run. Still, I'm sure Mata wishes he had that one back because it did hit him in the hands.
Yeah. It's a lot like a left-handed pitcher trying to handle a bunt.
Yep.
You got to run down there, you got to pick it up, then you got to turn that body, and then you just got to turn those shoulders back. They do go for it. This is 4th down, trying to go in the middle. It's intercepted by Kennedy. Jackson Kennedy will get tackled by Nelson, who probably isn't very happy with his throw. Kennedy will return it 5 yards to the 6 yards to the 33-yard line, past the original line of scrimmage. INT Jackson Kennedy.
First actual turnover other than turnover on downs of the game.
Correct. Comes to the KoMets. We talked about how that Northfield game went to double overtime, said that the 2 teams between Faribault and Northfield, they had the exact same amount of yardage for the game, 247 to 247. The only difference really was the 2-point conversion at the end of the ball game, plus Faribault won the turnover battle. Here, they're losing that.
So miscue by KoMets special teams does not hurt. Defense steps up and comes up with a huge stop.
4th down, and they make the stop. Vaughn in motion. They'll pitch it to him on the outside. Got a blocker with Arsville. Can turn upfield. Plows over 1. Then gets tackled by Lockerbie. There's your boy. You talked about him.
Like a cut block there on Mata. I'm a little surprised that wasn't called by the official.
7
We'll
yards.
take it. We'll take it.
Yeah. 7 yards.
It
for
was
Logan
a
Vaughn.
wide, like nothing around it, cut block, like low. I was a little surprised that they didn't call that one.
I did
Mata
not.
wasn't real thrilled either.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm glad you could see that. See, I don't. I'm not looking. I got to look at the ball. So that's the perfect place for you to look. Is those big guys on the run? I appreciate that. Vaughn moving. It's a pitch to the near side. There's not going to be a lot of real estate, and there's going to be a block in the back too, being thrown on Brock Swanson.
Make-up call.
The offensive linemen never like to be pointed out, but that one was clear. I could see that. Not a lot of running room over on this near side, though. I'm surprised that because it's all the way on the near hash, KoMets moving right to left on your screen, and this near sideline, there was not a lot of room. The block in the back will move back 10 yards for Kasson. Stays at second down, but it is second down and 12.
Man, Tulane and SMU are tied,
Oh,
34-34.
my goodness. What? I hope I don't have to hear that in 3 weeks. Well, at least then you'll be talking
It'll be
about
different
some
teams.
Yeah, you'll be
it'll
talking
be,
about some
golfers
decent
at
teams
least.
then. Yes. Donovan under center. Wide receiver on the
SMU's
far
ranked.
side. Arsvold had moved in motion. This Tucker?
I mean,
I
when
know,
you
this
see a
is Brooks
pile moving like
Buchanan,
that, you
pardon
just
me.
assume, right?
No, it wasn't. It
It
was Brooks
wasn't, though.
Buchanan. I could not see where.
I never saw the ball.
4 yards on the carry. Third down and long. Third down and 7. 6. Is he? Okay. 6 minutes. Actually, we just went underneath the 6-minute mark. I had told Coach Swanson jokingly that I had a crowd mic now, and he said, that's probably not a good thing to throw out there. As few fans, you may actually hear me now. And, of course, he's on this near side because the home team is on our side with the chain gang. Donovan rolls out to the right, being chased. Turns upfield at the 50. Breaking one tackle to the 45. Ball came out.
They said he's down.
They're saying the knee is down. Faribault is not happy with that call. And at the 45-yard line.
19-yard game?
Yes, thank you. Yep.
You were trying to do that math, weren't you?
I was. I was.
I saw the hamster running.
Yep, I know. So terrible. 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Third quarter. Kasson Mantorville up on Faribault. 17-6 here on KM Activities. Your home for the KoMets. Every home football game right here on KM Activities.
Well, Mo's limping a little bit. Jackson's limping a little bit. You can tell it's the first game, right?
Yep, that's right. So Brooks Buchanan should be in the backfield. Oh, and he lost the football.
They did.
Yes, he did.
This is going
And
to be KoMets' first turnover of the game.
yep. Trying to hand it off. That exchange, so crucial. You've had Kennedy. You've had Mo Tucker. You've had Brooks Buchanan. And this time, the exchange just wasn't quite there. And a fumble.
You know, that drive just, it never felt like there was any rhythm there.
Agreed. It just, I don't know.
Like you said, kind of odd play to run to the near side on that sweep. Yeah, they just kind of felt out of sorts on that drive.
And Faribault will take over at the 43-yard line.
So door swinging open again here. We'll see if the defense can step up again.
Did last time, 2 to this near side. That'll be Mata and Frank.
And both Kennedy and Mo Tucker out there now.
Yeah, so maybe they're trying to get the blow on
they
the
need
offensive
it,
side.
you know.
Yeah, Lenway trying to break a couple of
There he
tackles.
goes. Ran a little more straight ahead
Yes.
this time.
Got right to the 48-yard line for 5. Kuyat jumping on him first. Yeah, I am in agreement with you on that, Ben, that Lenway, the way he has found any room is just going straight ahead for the junior at 5'11", 185. Only 5 carries last week and stayed right around 13 yards tonight, though. What do you have at halftime?
9 for 61 at half.
Yeah. So he ran well.
Very well. Led all rushers by half.
I really thought that they didn't give him the ball enough, and they go right back to him after the gain of 5, and he'll get 3 more to put it 3rd down and 2 for the Faribault Falcons. They do enter Kasson Mantorville territory.
He's already up to 13 carries with 4 minutes left here in the third quarter.
Well, and you wonder, we talked about their injuries, and you wonder how many backs that they really have. They don't want to go to like Mata because he's a small kid. So, I mean, having him run after run after run, you're going to tire him out.
I'd still get the ball in his hands more, honestly.
I agree.
But that's just not the way their offense is set up right now.
False start on the Falcons. They had a 3rd down and 2.
Oof, that hurts.
Yeah, hurt themselves with the 5-yard penalty. Both teams have been fairly clean. Only a handful of penalties total in the ball game. -5 puts it 3rd down and 7 to almost 8.
Yeah, 3 or 4 penalties for the KoMets because we had the pass interference,
I can
block
look
in
it
the back,
up, but
false start.
3. 3 penalties. And Faribault has had, I believe, that was their third on them.
We're leaning again there.
Nelson scrambling, now throws on the run, and it's bouncing to Mata at the 37
No, Mata's dinged
yard
up. You can't have that.
Yeah, he's shaken and not running very hard coming back to the huddle. Incomplete pass for Nelson. Puts 4th down up on the board. 3:10, clock is stopped, 3rd quarter.
I think you got to punt here.
Yeah,
If they hadn't gotten the penalty, and Mata is limping off the field.
I do think you could go for it if you didn't have the, but you probably wouldn't have thrown if it was 3rd down and 2 because you would have handled it right back off to Lenway. So that penalty really hurt them. Gave up the, oh boy, Nelson.
So now I'd take that back. I would have gone for it.
They did not even, did they make it past the
Yeah,
first
they
down
did,
marker?
barely.
They went,
It's about a 14-yard punt.
not even. He marks it at
Oh.
the
Thought
marker.
he'd give it to him up there. So
No,
yeah.
they put it at the marker. So
So it's like a 6-yard punt.
6-yard punt from
Ouch.
Nelson.
Nelson averaged 35 yards a punt last week.
Yes.
And he can't be averaging 20 tonight.
You did read my notes.
I did read your notes. Actually, I saw that even before you sent the notes. I'd found the box score.
Yeah, the box score was out there
Yeah.
from the hub. And yeah, he 38 yards. I don't know if they're worried about the snap or not sure, but KoMets take over. Donovan looking for a big time play, got hit as he threw. And Bigelow comes up with it over the shoulder of the defender. And all the way to the 9-yard line.
Just chuck it up there, dog, and Bigelow go get it.
Wow.
That ball was 5-10 yards underthrown,
Yes.
and he came back and reached over the top of the defender and tucked the ball out of the air.
Unreal. 43 yards on the catch and run.
Told you we were going to make that call out this year.
Not like that, I didn't feel.
I knew it would.
Jumped over the top and pulled it back.
The first completion of the night, of the career for Mr. Donovan.
Yes, that's right. He did play sparingly in
Yeah,
that
you're right. I
section
don't know
game
if he,
against. He did not have a completion.
Okay.
You are correct. Bigelow on the near side. I'd go back to him. Try and get that touchdown for him.
No,
Nope,
you got
hand
to
off
make
to
Mo.
Mo Tucker. He bounced off 2 to score from 10.
How fast did he go 10 yards right there? Holy cow.
Mo Tucker, 10-yard TD run, 23-6. KoMets, after the punt of 6 yards, the KoMets score in 2. A 45-yard play with Donovan to Bigelow, 10-yard run for Mo Tucker. Winkle, snap was high, and he did not make it. No good. The snap was not quite there. So no PAT, leaves it at 23-6. Is Todd helping us out with that?
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
I want everybody staring at us.
Well, and thank you. Yeah, 2:27 before we get to the money quarter. And the Kasson Mantorville KoMets, the only time I ever get to use the money quarter is football. You guys up
You were
in
yelling in my ear there, man. What the heck?
That was an exciting play.
That was pretty
Could
awesome.
not believe Bigelow climbed the ladder. Well, the kid could dunk, so, I mean, he's got the ability to jump. No doubt about that.
It's pretty awesome to see him out. You got a kid who's as talented as he is on the basketball field, or on the basketball field, on the basketball court. A lot of times you don't see him playing football. So it's really cool to see him playing football. I mean, he's a kid who's, I no doubt got some Division I interest, certainly
Yes.
Division II interest, but he's, for him to be playing football this year, it's huge for this team. They need him on the outside,
Right.
on both sides of the ball, and you see what he's capable of right there.
He's such a nice defender when it comes to
Oh, he's a legit defensive back. You don't get to put a kid of his size out at defensive back in high school football very often.
And here comes
Mata.
Mata. Yep, bounce into the near side.
He's hurt, though.
Oh, no.
Now he's hurt worse.
Yeah, tackled from behind and then drugged
And
down.
he doesn't get tackled, but from behind. I'm sorry, you
No,
could see he did
no.
not have the speed, and now he's really
It's
hurt.
Kuyat that got
run up
tackled.
on. Now he's grabbing his knee. Ugh, you hate to see that. He was dinged up on the previous play, and he limped off the field.
Oof, though.
You could just see him going around that corner. He did not have the speed he normally has. I hope that he can walk off here.
Yeah, not good for Mata. That was tough. Tough to watch, too.
Man, Tulane and SMU going to overtime.
So Mata with that tackle from behind, you can't. 2:18 is the clock.
And they're looking at his left knee.
And that was such a tough tackle. I mean, he was.
For a team that's already banged up, too.
Yes, they've had
Not that it's ever good, but
such a difficult. Oh man. Yeah, that was tough. Tough to watch. With Mata going down, he's been an electric player. Talked about him from last week for Faribault. Ended up having just the one catch for 8 yards and the touchdown, but he's such a dynamic player. You just hate to see a kid go down, and we'll take a quick timeout and thank our great sponsors and come back. We'll see what happens with young Mata for Faribault. Kasson Mantorville leads 23-6 on KM activities in the third quarter.
This sports broadcast on KM Activities YouTube channel is sponsored in part by McKern Financial Group, a full-service accounting firm serving clients throughout the Kasson-Mantorville area and beyond. Chris and company provide professional, personalized services and guidance in a wide range of financial and business needs. KM Telecom football season has arrived, and if you don't want to miss any of the action, sign up for KM TV. KM Telecom has a multitude of cable packages to ensure your living room is a mecca for entertainment. Find out more at kmtel.com and by Kasson Dental, Bigelow Homes, and the Kasson-Mantorville School District.
See, Ben, I turned you up pretty loud now.
good.
See there.
I mean, with you
You
screaming
happy?
all the time.
I-
So they did help Mata off.
They did.
They didn't need to bring. I guess that's good. They didn't need to bring the card out for him.
Right. Yeah,
Did
but
help
Mata
him
goes
off.
out.
He put
2:18 to go. Third quarter.
15
Where
yard
the
line.
15-yard line?
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Ah, big
oh.
look.
It's intercepted on the deflection. Buchanan comes up with the deflection and an interception.
Bigelow tips it to his teammate, and Buchanan makes the pick.
Buchanan had the fumble earlier, too, so coming up with his own INT. Twice Bigelow has deflected the pass from Nelson, trying to go to Worrell. And Buchanan out there to help him out. 5 seconds was all that drive, and it turns out to be an interception. Turnover and 43-yard line of Faribault.
Not the play you want right after your superstar goes down, too.
Yeah, that's for sure. Hopefully Mata is okay. We're probably not going to see number 3 the rest of the time. That also means that one of the safety positions has a new player out there, and you wonder if the KoMets know that. They do run a wide receiver to the far side and near side. Kuyat's on our near side, Bigelow far. Yep, they do. They're going to go. Oh, boy, Donovan overthrew Bigelow. Bigelow looked back like, what? That's not where I was going. This was a post pattern is what Bigelow was running. Donovan overshot him.
I mean, I said just chuck it up there, dog. Right.
Yeah, that's not close.
I don't think Randy Moss gets that one.
No. Buchanan in for Mo Tucker. Mo Tucker, if you're just joining us, has 2 touchdowns tonight. Has made some spectacular defensive tackles, too. And the KoMets lead 23-6, 2:08, third quarter. Kasson up on Faribault. KoMets hit the road next week. Donovan looking. He will pitch late to Arsvold. He'll turn upfield.
Nice.
Wow, he actually found more room than he probably should have got for Buchanan. Pardon me, not Arsvold. My bad. Saw the 2 and thought it was Arsvold.
Is there a flag?
Yeah. Well, there is. I did not see that either. He had a gain of about 3. I guess they said he pushed out of bounds at the 40. Or was that where the flag was thrown?
The flag was up there, yeah.
Okay, the flag was at the 39, and they'll move it back to the 50. So it looks like they were going to give him maybe 5, and instead...
I think that was just a flag. I don't think he stepped out, did he?
I didn't think so either.
I think he was close.
So they'll end up calling the hold and -10, second down and 17. 2 to the far side, 1 to the near. Donovan, hard count, back the pass, only a 3-step drop, and he missed Vaughn on just a quick little out pattern at the 50-yard line.
I think that was going anywhere anyway.
No, they had some pretty good coverage on that with Palmer.
I tell you, this Faribault team is getting good pressure, too. It's not like Donovan has any time to sit back there when he has dropped back to pass.
And that was such a quick drop back, too. Only two step.
So, Byron has gone up 14-0 on Winona, both touchdowns by Austin Freerson, as you might expect.
Yeah, that's a surprise.
I think these 2 programs are obviously headed for a big showdown late this year.
Yeah.
Was it the last game of the regular season?
Second to last. They host Byron here, and then Winona.
Okay.
Donovan does go
There
back.
we
He's
go.
got Bigelow open. Oh, he found it! Over the shoulder left. It's not there. Turn to the right. Shift the body. Caught it at the 15.
I tell you, that's a touchdown if that ball is delivered. That was from the 50.
Yes.
36 yards.
And a first down on what was a second down and 17 at midfield. KoMets in business.
If that ball hits him in stride, he walks into the end zone. Either way, it ends up another circus catch from Mr. Bigelow.
Yes. Wow.
What a weapon.
Well, and to have to readjust, he looks over to his left shoulder, it's not there, and then had to switch back to the right.
Like I said, thank you for playing football, Mr. Bigelow.
Yeah.
It's the real key to success for this program to have an athlete like that.
Donovan on the keep. He's bouncing to the outside. He's not going to get touched. He'll go in. 14-yard touchdown run for Matt Donovan. And the KoMets lead 29-6, 55 seconds, third quarter.
He walked.
Yes, he
Tell
did.
you what I do like that I'm seeing from Mr. Donovan is he's putting that foot in the ground and going. When he's making a decision that he's keeping that football and he gets on that outside, he puts his foot down and he goes.
And Winkle, who missed the last one mainly because of the snap, it just was high and wasn't able to pull it down and put it right where it needed to be.
Well, it's been an issue tonight.
It had for everyone.
Yeah.
The long snaps for Faribault, for the punts that they struggled with. KoMets then 30-6 as the PAT was good. Faribault. Will get the ball, but man, they're down big, 30-6. KoMets finding some plays through the air with Donovan and making some plays with Jace Bigelow, who if you follow on Twitter and you follow Jace, you'll probably see the recruiting aspect of him for basketball. He's on, I think, the top 25 list of guards in the state to watch for the upcoming season. And
he's really, really worked on his game too, and he's really worked on his physique as well. You know, he's not a scrawny kid anymore. He's put together, and honestly, he looks like the kind of kid that's going to have some success at the next level.
Oh, for sure. The only thing that's going to hinder him with basketball is that they've got to find some help for him. You know, he can't be a one-man show in high school basketball, in any sport.
You know, the good thing about
Winkle touchback.
Yeah, there we go. First one of the year.
Yep.
The good thing now is particularly just with how organized AAU and just traveling ball is, you know, he got to play on some all-star teams, and obviously he got plenty of looks there.
Yes.
What I like about his game is he can obviously shoot it, he can score, he can play some defense. I love he's just got court presence, and he's got an intelligence. He's got a basketball IQ that's off the charts, and you watch his highlights, and that's what I see.
Yeah.
You know, people are going to see the threes and
right.
Getting to the rim, and I love that too. But I love his basketball IQ.
Well, and he'll have some fumble.
Not a good start to the
No,
drive.
Nelson at the 20-yard line. Faribault starts, and not to start talking about hoops because we're just starting football. The only thing I'm going to say is he'll have some help around him because there's some young players from KM that played last year, especially some guards that I really like too, and that's a program on the uprise with Coach Pocius. So second down, boy, they lost 19 on that. 9. Yes, I'm
He's
sorry.
down
Second,
again.
yes.
Another bad snap.
Their snap are not very good. Loss of 9 the first time all the way to the 11. They're going to lose almost 9 more.
Wheels are off.
Yes.
That ends the quarter.
The KoMets are really subbing out. They're playing a lot of backup kids. At the end of the third quarter, they lost another 6. Yeah,
Ouch.
pardon me.
Ouchie.
So 15 yards Faribault has lost in the last 2 plays, and it is not, well, it was a close game when we started the halftime, second half. KoMets 30-6, they lead. We enter the money quarter when we come back.
This sports broadcast on KM Activities YouTube channel is sponsored in part by Bigelow Homes, delivering customers homes with innovative and affordable design built around the way you live and personalized to your specific needs. If you're wanting the home of your dreams, start by visiting bigelowhomes.net. Kasson Dental, where their goal is to respectfully serve their patients by providing the highest quality dental care in a friendly, comfortable atmosphere. The staff at Kasson Dental is ready to meet your dental needs. You can make an appointment on their website, kassondental.com. The Kasson Mantorville School District, KoMet fans, parents, and students should all be getting their information from the Kasson Mantorville High School Twitter page. Follow KM KoMets HS. We thank our other great sponsors as well, McKern Financial and KM Telecom. This sports broadcast on KM Activities YouTube channel is sponsored in part by McKern Financial Group, a full-service accounting firm serving clients throughout the Kasson-Mantorville area and beyond. Chris and company provide professional, personalized services and guidance in a wide range of financial and business needs. KM Telecom football season has arrived, and if you don't want to miss any of the action, sign up for KM TV. KM Telecom has a multitude of cable packages to ensure your living room is a mecca for entertainment. Find out more at kmtel.com and by Kasson Dental, Bigelow Homes, and the Kasson Mantorville School District.
Boots it all the way to the 32-yard. He'll flip the field. He flipped the field.
39.
My goodness.
58-yard
A
punt.
58-yard punt.
After averaging, no way he averaged 20 on his first 3 or 4 punts. What a booming kick. I wonder if it's just, I didn't even see. Did they not do the quick kick that time? Did they they fully lined up for a punt, actually. That might be it.
Oh, pardon me. I didn't realize the other ad was running as we were trying to talk. Pardon me.
Are we back?
We're back. We're back. Dana just said we couldn't hear you over that, so we
were raving about a punt, Dana.
Yes, we were. So the punt and 58 yards for Nelson. He puts the field. KoMets handoff. They'll start at the 31-yard line of their own. 11 minutes and 7 seconds. Fourth quarter, the money quarter. KoMets leading 30-6.
Who carried there? Was that Mo? I think it was, wasn't it? He was in the middle of it.
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised he's in there.
Same. KoMets rolled out a lot of backup players at the end of that sequence for Faribault. Tucker with 2. Kasson Mantorville jump-started the third quarter. That kickoff return for a touchdown from Vaughn that kind of just sparked KM's big second half. That third quarter flag offside on Faribault. They jump on the hard count. They had a penalty. $30-6. Byron up on Winona, you said, 14-0. One out wide to the far side. Man in motion. Donovan pitches late and grabbed by Kuyat by one hand. He got enough for the first down, it looks like, or are they moving it back? Official down in front of us gave him the first down. Now they'll move it back to the 39. So not quite. 7 yards on the gain. Yeah, he moved it back. Well, this near official here, he didn't have the best vantage point. It's got to come from the far side. That's where Kuyat ran. 3rd down and 2. KoMets, Noah heads in on the near side, so they have made a couple of substitutions. Donovan handoff.
Oh
Anthony Mo Tucker.
No!
There's a flag being thrown. Tucker's going to get thrown down past the 50 by Worrell at the 47-yard line. This would have been enough for a first down and then some, but a holding penalty will bring back the KoMet first down. Flag was thrown right near the original line of scrimmage, so what was a 3rd down and 2 will essentially go to about a 3rd down and 12.
It's really frustrating because Mo was 10 yards downfield when that flag got thrown.
Correct. You are right about that.
You don't need to hold when Mo has the ball.
True.
It's already past you.
You're right. Buchanan coming in and subbing for Mo Tucker. Mo's had a good game, couple of touchdown runs. Donovan's been in the end zone. Near side for the one wide receiver. Everything else in tight. Man in motion is Kuyat again. Donovan trying to dump it underneath. Buchanan wrapped up by Worrell. That play didn't have a whole lot to go. Buchanan's a little shaken up coming up after that tackle. A gain.
0.
Yeah, I was going to say they did not get anything out of that, Ben. A long 3rd down.
Though, right?
We're still a completion just for
Helps the
no
completion
yardage.
percentage.
That's right. 30-6. The clock keeps moving. 8.5 to play. 4th quarter. Money quarter, as I call it. You just don't hear it anywhere else because you guys don't play quarters up in Minnesota for basketball. So it's the only time I get to use it. Oh, snap high again. Winkle was able to get it down. They did have a bad snap earlier
That's a good punt on.
Yes, it is.
That's a really late fair catch.
Yes.
I would call that borderline
fair
illegal
caught
fair catch.
by Frank at the 36-yard line. You're right. It was very late.
Byron now up 21-0 on Winona.
Oh, boy. Yeah, Fredrickson, he's a heck of a ball player.
And
And that's the section champion for a long time, Winona. So
I'm happy to hear it for Coach Halder. He's a really good coach and a good guy, and it's good to see it for that program.
he sent me 2 really, really nice emails last year when Kasson Mantorville met up with Byron the 2 times. And I really appreciated that.
Yeah.
I appreciate any coach, and I give Coach Lewis over on the other side the same thing. Just thank you. You know, he ended up sending me stats from last week. He sent me his starters. I appreciate any communication I can get with any of the road coaches because I know how difficult it is. I know how busy you can get and how much stuff is going on. Look at how much I bother the Kasson Mantorville coaches, and I feel bad about that sometimes too.
Coach Halder was I was reffing a basketball game over in Byron. It's like 8th grade girls or something, and I didn't notice he'd come in the gym, and his daughter's on the team, and someone's giving me guff from the crowd, and I literally, I haven't had any run-ins with the parent yet. I'm like, I'm starting to think to myself, I'm gonna throw somebody out of here, aren't I? Keeps going. I finally, at some point, I look and see that it's him. He's got a big grin on his face, and I finally go talk to him at halftime.
That's
like I said, I went about a full, a good 10 minutes of that game without not knowing that's who was. I'm like, somebody's riding me pretty good here for an 8th grade girls basketball game.
That's very funny. Lenway was on the carry. He gained 7 for Faribault. Ooh, and fumble! Ball's on the ground. It is recovered by the KoMets. No, it's not. 52. You are correct. That's Kean Smith, backup linebacker for the KoMets. They get Nelson to fumble. A couple of lost yardage, too. We'll say 5 in the fumble. And recovered by Smith. Turnovers aplenty in the second half. Faribault just has not been able to hold on to the football. The interceptions were big. And now the KoMets come back out, and there you have, looks like
Donovan's still in there.
Donovan is, and so is Tucker.
In there too.
Couple of other substitutions looks like on
you can't blame him right now. Just we haven't had any work.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's the key. Is
it's like practice right now.
Yes. Arsvold turning, big block downfield.
He lost the ball.
Yes,
too.
he did.
Luckily out of bounds.
And I think he fell on it because he's a little shaken up. Good blocking downfield by Ben Nelson to free him.
It's cold now too.
I know. You think about that.
First game,
wind knocked out.
No, I think he's grabbing his knee though.
I think he was grabbing his stomach.
No,
Arsvold trying to get off the field and he gained 6, Ben, on that play. Clock stopped at 7:31. There was a timeout, by the way, at one point. That was taken by Kasson Mantorville, and it looks like they're going to take another one. So Buchanan getting a little work done on him on the sideline. And so Mr. Matuska was at a wedding, you said, today, huh?
Yeah.
I got a wedding to go down to Ankeny, Iowa tomorrow. Go be an usher in a wedding. Looking forward to that and seeing some people I haven't seen for quite a while.
It's nice when you get out of that stage of your life. You don't have to be at any more weddings.
We were actually, my wife and Dana and I were just talking about that, thinking this will probably be the last one that I may ever even get in, aside from, my own kids someday. But other than that, I don't think I'm going to be offered to hop in a wedding anywhere.
First couple are cool, and after that, it's just.
I haven't been in that many. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
I haven't been in that many. My brother, a long time ago, was like a senior in high school or junior in high school at that time. Now the substitution.
The subs are all in.
Yep.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun for me.
Oh, and they hand it right off. Going straight up the middle is Evan Snow. Big run for Snow.
I don't have enough spots on this.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. Just get your starters. You could tally up everything at this point. Michael Braun is in as the quarterback. That was a gain of 20, even for Snow. Yeah, you don't have to worry about stats.
Well, I like the total.
Well, that's true.
I'm not going to get it out.
Yeah, that's okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Braun had to go down
Yeah,
to
he
pick
still
it back
got
up.
A couple yards, right?
Yeah, he still ended up managing to go forward.
I bet he got 3 yards.
33 meeting 33, tackled by Castile for Faribault.
33 for 3?
Yep.
Or 2?
Now they gave him 3. Kasson Mantorville 6:50 in the fourth quarter. They lead 30-6 over the Faribault Falcons. KoMets hit the road next weekend. They will go to, where do they go again? At New Prague, then at Albert Lee. So the next 2 weeks we won't have Snow on the handoff wrapped up. Faribault, they will host Mankato East on the 23rd. Or the Faribault Falcons. So that's who they have next. I couldn't remember if it was New Prague first and then Albert Lee, or if it went Albert Lee then New Prague. So
You said East and West are playing them tonight?
yes,
Oh,
Mankato East and West.
Those are the kind of games it's just brutal to think about 250 fans being in. Like,
Yeah, that's got to be really tough.
You know, you usually play that game at MSU and the
Right.
place is packed. And it's a big deal. Even though West has dominated that series, it's still a big deal.
Right, we saw both of them last year. Got to go to both of their fields, and cutting up field over on the far side. Aiden Smith, did he get in? He tried. He does! Aiden Smith scores for the KoMets from 8 yards out on a 3rd down and 5. Oh, you know, the KoMets are fired up over that 36-6, 5:36 in the fourth quarter. Substitutions, and Evan Snow made a great play early with that 20-yard run. Did they bring their sub kicker out?
We have a sub kicker.
Yes.
All right.
Don't ask me his name though, because I don't have a 13 in my program. That would be the end of the timeouts for Kasson Mantorville. I'm guessing it's Carranza because he's kind of the other backup kicker. It's either him or Brennan. Is that Bonhoos, right?
Sure.
He's the other one. So
Jeepers, Byron's just
wow,
laying the wood to win on
yes,
it this
28-0. Holy smokes! I'll have to ask Coach on Monday. We might still do our interview on Monday. Haven't talked to him about that. Doing the whole smart off
Got
the
it.
smart board. Yeah, he hit it. Got the PAT and KoMets lead. It is 37-6. Clock is stopped at 5:36.
Bam Bam Bigelow wants us to have a time clock on the live stream.
I can't do that.
You can't tap into the scoreboard?
I cannot. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I tried to tell you the time.
He did say that I'm doing a great job, though. He didn't say much.
Oh, well, thanks a lot.
I'm kidding. He said we're doing
Appreciate that. Hey, I try to get you the time and everything.
He said we're both perfectly acceptable.
Who was this?
Bam Bam Bigelow. Andy Bigelow.
Okay.
He's well before your time.
Okay, I was gonna say I don't know who that is. I know Jeremy Bigelow, who's to the left of us, helping us out.
We're surrounded by Bigelow.
Bigelow Homes, they're helping us out too. So appreciate that.
We're doing a live read with
Yes, no kidding. Jeremy's right down from us. I'll just hand him the script. No, appreciate them. I emailed him a couple of weeks ago. I really thank all the sponsors, because when I emailed out, I figured I could go to all the volleyball matches. So here I am telling them, like, oh, yeah, we'll have like 16, 17, broadcast for volleyball and football combined, and then the next thing you know, I hear volleyball, and I get a couple of them that emailed back. I was like, yeah, we'll do that. And I said, well, now hold on. Oh, boy, that's a live football.
You don't let that ball hit the ground.
No. Falling on it immediately is George Soto. There's a sophomore backup for Faribault. But, yeah, so I get a couple emails. Oh, yeah, we're good. We'll do that. And then I had email back. Well, now we can only do the home volleyball matches. Oh, we're still in. Then I find out football, you got to be at the home games only. I'm like, okay, well, we don't.
And now he's decided to donate a house to both of us.
Yes,
That's
right.
awesome.
I did. I thought I heard him say that. That's 5:34. Of course, we're just joking. 32-yard line of their own for Faribault. They're having all kinds of problems too. Hand off, a free house.
Todd, you can come over. I mean,
yeah, he didn't. He is not recognizing you for that. Kasson Mantorville leading 37-6.
who got that curious?
I did not.
Lenway must.
Yeah, Lenway. He's got this time
Nelson.
it's Nelson, and he'll be spun down. They gained 2 on the first one and get about 5 more. Clock moving under 5. Fourth quarter. Don't worry about that. He's just behind. You've already mentioned it. 2 yards, then 4 yards.
I was reading some of those to Matuska
Oh.
today.
Falling forward, going to be short about a yard is Lenway for Faribault.
We're just talking about our governor tweeting. At this point, I just follow our
okay.
governor to see the responses to his tweets now. And they're
No,
never-
you don't want to go
they
to those rabbit
never
holes. Yeah, don't go there.
they
Don't go
never
down the rabbit hole.
disappoint.
Those are just. You just don't want to go down those rabbit holes.
Oh no, I do.
Fourth down
That's
and
the
1.
only reason I follow him is so I can read the responses to it right now.
2 on the near side. Actually, Nelson is out. They've brought in Ian Ehlers as the quarterback, and a QB Reed didn't get
I
it.
don't think he got that.
They're marking him, short. Got to the 41, or about the 41 and a half, needed the 42. And so no gain and turnover on downs. Yeah, we can just stay away from that topic, Ben.
On quality tweets?
No,
we can't talk about quality tweets.
That's not what I meant.
Oh.
You know what I meant. Because you can go down a lot of rabbit holes when it comes to Twitter. I do it all the time on a national level. So, 41-yard line
That.
for Kasson
Turn
Mantorville.
political here, folks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
When it gets to 37-6, it gets political.
I am not going that route. 41-yard line, Faribault. On the Faribault side for Kasson Mantorville. A lot of substitutions. Good to see the youngsters getting out there, getting a chance to play Friday Night Lights.
Anybody left still listen to us is a diehard fan, I tell you what.
At this point, they're just happy to have football, and so are we. Resch is in this time, sophomore, 6'2", 175. He's the quarterback. He's going to keep and turn up field. Oh, we got a flag being thrown. Wesh would get about 5.
These refs don't want
Tackled by 77 Lockerbie.
clock to run.
Flag thrown at the 41. That'll be a 10-yard penalty on Kasson Mantorville. Back them up 10. They'll go into Kasson Mantorville territory backwards. At the 49-yard line, they'll need all the way to the 31.
So your KoMets got off to a slow start, but it truly just responded here in the second half and played a lot better football. You know, and the
Yes.
defense was outstanding all night long. Really just one play that they gave up, and it was on 4th down. You know, it was
Right.
really, really, sir.
Offensive line. Well, he rocked back
I
and
don't
forth.
care.
The offensive tackle
It's
moved.
a 31-point game.
You're kind of going to throw that.
No.
Yeah, you are.
I don't care if he falls.
You have to. You have
Let
to.
the clock run.
It's called the rules for a reason. 37-6.
Some people interpret them a little differently.
Yeah. It's now first down and 25 for the KoMets. Resch.
Might have leaned a little bit again.
Yeah, they might have. They gained a yard on the handoff.
Same guy leaned a little bit, I think.
Handoff to Snow for 1.
It is not snowing.
Nope, it is not. It felt like it was going to spit on me this afternoon when I
It
took.
did snow here.
I thought it did something.
It snowed
a little.
hard here for a second.
Did it really?
It did.
Just for a
Yeah,
second?
for,
Yeah. I was
probably
going to say for
45 seconds, I bet it
in
snowed hard
Rochester,
here.
I happened to be out with my dog at that particular time because went outside and walked her for a little bit, and we got to a little park, and she did her business, and she turned right around. I said, "Do you want to go home?" And she pulled hard on the leash and said, "I'm out of here. I don't want to." Oh boy, 2-man in motion.
I'd let it slide.
Things are getting comical. Hey, you got the backups. This is like a JV game now.
Not like.
Yeah, that's true. There's only 2 minutes and 33 seconds.
No, miss.
So if you were wondering about our picks earlier, we can certainly bring those back up.
I'm perfect so
The
far.
week 1 for our pick'em games for Auburn, South Carolina. I went Auburn. Todd went Auburn. Ben goes South Carolina. North Carolina versus Florida State. All 3 of us took North Carolina. All 3 of us took West Virginia over Kansas. And in the Georgia-Alabama game Saturday night, I took Georgia. Ben takes Georgia. Todd takes Bama.
Man, Todd's going to be way behind.
He might. Now they got one runner. That bobbed off of his helmet. And this is a run by Aiden Smith, who had the touchdown run the last time. Penalty the last time, moved him back another 5. He gained about 5, did Smith. Pro games we picked. I have Cleveland beating Pittsburgh. The other 2 have Pittsburgh. Atlanta at Minnesota. I took the Falcons. Todd and Ben both took the Vikings. Green Bay at Tampa Bay. We all picked Green Bay, as much as it displeasured both of Todd and Ben. And then I didn't really care. And then Kansas City at Buffalo. I took Kansas City. Todd took Kansas City. Ben takes Buffalo. I hope Buffalo wins because I hate Kansas City. As a Raider fan, it's just I can't root for them. Handoff on the interior. Michael Huff getting the run. Sophomore, 5'8", 165.
Man,
Fourth
where's
down.
Faribault get all these big kids?
I know. They've got some subs in there.
Their
that are
backups
still,
are there,
yes.
big boys.
J.L. Geet is the gentleman that I'm sure you're pinpointing, number 73. He is a big boy. 320, sophomore, 6'3".
He looks more like a nose tackle.
And, yeah, he's a backup. Well, because of Lockerbie and Nearby are both big kids. Fourth down.
We're going for it.
4th down and 18. Pitch on the outside.
I don't think we're
Behind
gonna
him.
get it.
No. Pitch was to Knutson, and turnover on downs. Big plans for your weekend there, Ben?
I'm sure I'm just watching kids all weekend.
That sounds
What
like.
happens when you have kids?
Well, that's fun, right?
And then I got to come back up here and finish designing the Comet Times
Oh
at
yeah.
some point.
Well, you have to let me know if you want my help.
I do. You can write, if you can give me about 45 inches on this game, it'd be great.
45 what?
Inches.
Inches.
Yeah.
How many words is that?
Let's see. 600.
I got to write an article now? Here, I was like, just pick a kid and I could help him write it.
It'd probably be about 2,000 words.
No, I'm not going to do
Come
that.
on.
I'm not going to do that.
Ooh.
Couple of pops.
Hey. Ball game?
Handoff in the interior. McCuster getting a look. Only 30 seconds yet. Just 3 yards. So what did you have for some of the starters for stats-wise?
I
And then,
forgot to add those up.
well, you got to add them up
Hold
quick.
on.
Come on.
I'm about to tweet the final score.
Well, it's not over yet.
I know.
It's a final.
The final, if I tweet it, the final.
Oh, McCusker almost lost.
That'll do her.
That's it. All right. So time clicks down. 3 seconds left. Maybe a yard there and end the game.
I'm not having totals because there's some kids that came in here that I didn't get.
Well, I don't
But I'll
want
get you
I want the starter
starters. Yeah,
totals.
I
That's
got
all
you.
I want. And I'll run through the scoring quick.
All right.
37-6. Kasson Maryville improves to 1-0 on the season. Faribault will fall to 1-1. Starting out our scoring tonight, 34-yard touchdown. 34-yard field goal by Winkle. Couple of punts. A turnover on downs, and then Nelson hooked up with Mata, and the Faribault Falcons had a lead of 6-3 after that 9-yard TD pass. Come right back. KoMets get 34 yards, 29, and then pay dirt for Tucker as Anthony Mo Tucker scores from 2 yards out. PAT was good, 10-6, and that was our score entering half. At halftime, the kickoff was returned for a touchdown for Logan Vaughn, 84-yard touchdown return. Ben wanted to give him like 86, whatever. 17-6 after the PAT was good. They had a turnover on downs, did the KoMets on their next possession. Faribault threw an interception. Jackson Kennedy come away with that one, but the KoMets gave it right back. They went 7-4 and 19 yards, but then the fumble by Brooks Buchanan gave the ball back to Faribault. KoMets forced a punt. That was the 6-yard punt. KoMets at 3:06 in the third quarter had the ball at the 47-yard line of their own. They went 43 yards with a huge play to Bigelow, then 10 yards from Mo Tucker for his second score of the game. PAT was no good, 23-6. Brooks Buchanan on the very first play of the Faribault next drive got the deflection off of Bigelow and into Buchanan's hands for an interception. KoMets took advantage. Incomplete. 36-yard bomb to Bigelow. 14-yard touchdown run by Donovan, putting the score at 30-6 as we entered the fourth quarter. KoMets had it in the bank, but they figured why not get one more, and they did with Aiden Smith in kind of the garbage time. But the backups come out there and put up a nice drive. They put 6 yards, 20 yards, 3, and then 8. Aiden Smith 37-6, and the KoMets win, and they'll hit the road next week to New Prague. And for a couple of stat finals, I don't want too many, Ben. I'm not asking you to sit here and put this on the hub by any means, but my friend Mitch used to say when he was my color commentator, the officially unofficial statistics.
Super unofficial. Donovan led the way for the KoMets, carried 10 times for 87 yards. Mo Tucker close behind, 10 carries, 79 yards. Everybody else kind of in that 15-yard range. Other than Snow had that nice 20-yard
Yes,
run,
he did, yeah.
So he pops up in there. Donovan completed 3 of 9 passes for 69 yards, all 69 yards to Mr. Bigelow. And
Right.
on the other side of the ball, as you might expect, Lenway led the way, actually led all rushers, 17 carries for 88 yards. Nelson ends up with not a lot of yards. Let's see if it ends up negative. I think he ends up with negative yards because of all those high snaps.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And he completes just 2 of 11 passes for 13 yards.
And 2 interceptions.
2 interceptions, too. So that's a rough night, but really the KoMets just played so well defensively. And you saw them start to find their groove offensively, and I'm excited to see that offense continue to grow.
For sure. KoMets win tonight 37-6. Thank you so much for tuning in here on KM Activities. Again, we'll be back with you on Thursday. You can just leave it on, Todd. You'll be fine. Thursday, Lake City is at Kasson Maryville for volleyball. So we'll be bringing you that for volleyball on Thursday night. Other than that, we'll probably have some interviews. I think Swanson might be with us this coming week. Van Ort's going to chime in, and
ABO.
I might be talking to Mel Ferris, too. Want to talk a little bit about the
Radium
play
Girls.
and figure out what's going on with
It
that.
sounds good, and there's going to be a huge breakdown in the Comet Times this week.
I can't wait for
Yeah,
that.
it's gonna
I
be
think
good.
it's going to be great. So we'll probably talk to them. Might have some player interviews. You never know what's going on, but we thank Todd Halverson. Ben, thank you so much. Ben Fearson with us. I'm Joel McCall. We'll bid you farewell from KM Telecom Stadium. KoMets win over Faribault 37-6. Have a great weekend.